Ladies, gentlemen, this guy. Welcome to Pantelis Live. It's another Sunday, another day of lockdown and quarantine. I'm wearing a shirt that I got paint on because I am trying to better the house while I'm here. Obviously, I'm joined with the Sunday Warrior, the Brown Ranger, Brown Pants Ranger, Poseidon.
Wait, Brown Pants Ranger? Why? Because I shit myself. I would be the Brown Ranger, actually.
Yeah, you'd be the Brown. Why is this guy the Brown Ranger? Oh, he took a shit on himself. So, Poseidon, why don't you tell everyone how you've been spending this last day and a half? We last saw you on the incredible initial episode of The Morning Show. So tell us, Poseidon, what have you been doing for a day and a half?
I went grocery shopping.
Very nice.
Lots of people. What else did I do? I went for a drive. I stopped at Dairy Queen, had some ice cream, drove to the mountain, and played Resident Evil 2.
The remake?
Yes.
How you liking it?
It's very good. I started the story with, what's her face there? Claire?
Claire, a lot of fun, huh? You get the
Yes,
grenade
yes.
launcher? Ah, very nice. Poseidon, I'm happy to hear that.
Yes.
I'm happy to hear that you're enjoying yourself playing the RE2 remake. I told you it's a good game.
Yes, it's very good. I'm enjoying it so far.
So let's see, we got
Also-
silver and gold. First of all, just to let you know, Poseidon, in the chat, we have C8455. Just Sorrell is here, Flat Cat's here, Gary Atlas is here, Amelie's here, Antoinette is here. We've got a lot of people here. Manchester fan 200, so probably a Manchester United fan. That's what I'm gonna guess. We've got people rocking in the chat right now on this Sunday. Don't lie, you can't tell me you have something else to do. Sorbitol's here too. You got nothing to do. You're stuck in the fucking house. Jofo's here, the Jofo boys. I did a game show.
Oh, shit.
I did a game show thing last week with the Jofo guys. I don't know when they're going to post it. It was like a Jeopardy style show.
Okay.
Me and two other guys where we answer questions. You know, we give answers in the form of questions type of stuff. So it was a lot of fun. They recorded that. I don't know when they're going to put it up, but it's a good thing they're doing. They're trying their best. Kind of like us with the morning show, trying our best to keep people entertained. So, Ganji finally caught us live. Oh, you're going to put up this week, Jofo? Good. People are going to check out the Jofo podcast on YouTube if you haven't already. They're going to put that up this week, so you get to see me answer questions. You get to see a buffoon answering questions this week on the Jofo podcast. So I was telling Poseidon before we started to get himself a trading account activated right away. This is the time. This is the goddamn time. Everything is plunging. Right?
I got $8, bro. What can I make with $8, bro?
You might be able to make 12 or 16. It's still, you're making money.
Making, not losing. That's the name of the game.
Kevin in the chat is asking if we play Apex Legends, Poseidon.
I used to play it, but I got tired of it.
I don't know. I've heard of it, but I don't really know what it is. And Trey Cool says he's watching us at his mom's house on a 4K 60-inch TV right now. So he's trying to tell us his mother's scared. His mother's fearing. Who the fuck are these guys?
Who's the fat one?
Oh, by the way,
with the shaved face.
I don't know if YouTube's just stressed now because of what's happening, but they've become a lot nicer to us the past week. I've gotten 2 emails. So the first email I got was, "Hey Pantelis, now you can have memberships on your YouTube channel." So kind of like how Patreon is.
Yeah.
You can have tiers, memberships, and videos that only members can see. But I'm not going to use it because I already have the Patreon.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to people aren't going to subscribe twice. It's fucking stupid. Yeah, pay twice, bro, for the same shit. So no. But what's cool is that then they told me I also have the right now when I upload a video to let them know if it should be monetized, and I could be like, oh, there's some language in it, just put it up, don't demonetize it. And if I fuck with them, then they're going to be harder on me. But they're giving me the option now instead of them policing me.
Interesting.
Very, very interesting. I think it's because they're not going to work. A lot of them, they're at home and like, we can't fucking do this shit. Let's let the maniacs police themselves for a while. See what happens.
So you can preemptively demonetize yourself.
Yeah, which I'll do right before I start every video. I'm like, oh, this one's getting fucking flagged.
I just have to say one sentence, bro, and you're already demonetized.
Yeah. The second your face comes up on a 4K TV, they're like, yeah, that's
nope.
No, god damn it. So Psychopath says battle royales are boring. 84 says Guido is not even here yet. I don't know where Guido is. If Guido has Skype, we can definitely put. I'm advanced enough now, even here at home, that I could add a call. So, so if Guido ever gets a Skype account, we could definitely check in on him. I haven't called him in like 2-3 days, so I don't know if he's okay, but he should be. I figure he's all right. Let's see. So Gary Atlas says, "Do you guys play Tetris?"
No.
Yo, believe it or not, when I was at EA, I worked on a Tetris game for iPhone.
Oh.
And on Android too, but it was difficult on Android. Yeah, so I definitely play Tetris. Well, I haven't played Tetris in years, but I have played Tetris. I'm playing the Final Fantasy VII remake, Poseidon.
How do you like it so far?
What I like it. It's some stuff. It feels like It feels like they've been working on it for a while because a lot of stuff is like, all right, it doesn't translate well to modern day gaming. There's a lot of stiffness in the controls. A lot of slowness, like when you're trying to cut through corners or go through alleys, where there's like an animation where you have to cut in, and it's very slow. Like you want him to run, but the guy's going slowly. It takes all that old school Japanese game vibe and puts it into the modern world. But so far it's okay. It's fun. I'm into the story, which I kind of already knew, but they changed some stuff around. Guido will be okay unless he meets Silver and Gold. Yeah, for those of you who follow along our series on Pantelis Live. Guido and Silver and Gold are the best rivals, the arch nemesis online right now. I think there's no bigger rival duo online right now apart from those two. I mean, there's Earl Skakel and Jeremy Piven, but as Skakel told us on 2 Drink Minimum, not much of a fucking rivalry there. so yeah, let's see. Pantelis, I heard it's only like 30% of the original game. Is it true? Yes. For those of you thinking of purchasing Final Fantasy VII Remake, it is a full game in terms of the time that'll take you to beat it, like around 30, 40 hours. But the overall story is only like the first 20 to 30% of the original game.
Really?
Yeah. It's going to end there, and then they're going to have to come up with another one that's going to be that, and then another one. It's going to be like 3 games, I think. It's going to be a trilogy.
What?
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
Well, as long as you're paying for a full game, if it takes you 40 hours at least to beat it, you're getting your money's worth. I mean, they did that, because the story's so rich, right?
Yeah.
It's huge. Already the game was 3 discs back in the day, right? It was
That
huge
is
back
true.
then. So now they're just going deeper into detail on different areas in the game. Well, you got mad right away, Poseidon. You're like, I'm only getting 30% of the fucking game.
Do you think they're gonna release it in the form of like expansions, or they're just gonna do like
I think it's gonna be a full game release. But what I'm telling you is, it's so long, and it takes them so long to make it. When are we gonna complete this trilogy? In 15 years? You know what I mean? If it's taking that long, we're kind of screwed.
Did they kind of Jesus fucking Christ,
Happy Jam Jam saying it's like they're selling pizza by the slice. That's kind of what they're doing, yeah. Except they're selling it full price for the slice of pizza. But I guess it is a full pizza. You are getting full game time, but a lot of these side missions are fucking repetitive and boring. Like, I get pissed off. Like, there's a lot of these. Can you find these kids that ran? Yo, fuck these kids, man. It's wartime. You're living in the goddamn favelas. If you're running away with plastic swords, that's your problem. You know?
I bought Final Fantasy 15. I must have played 45 minutes and I stopped because I bought a bunch of other games.
I have 15 also. I got it when it was on sale at some point.
No.
And I played a bit of it in the beginning. I tried to play like about an hour. Well, I played 15 minutes first, and I played another 15 minutes. I couldn't get into it. It's too Japanese for me. You know what I mean? It's too all over the place.
No.
Like, I think maybe if you get high, you could play that game really well. But there's too much shit happening. Will they make Final Fantasy 6 or Chrono Trigger? Oof, Chrono Trigger, man. That was a great game. I don't know if you want it to be remade, but it takes too long. Because think about how long those games were back in the day. How, like, in most of it was in your head, right? Because you read most of it, and the graphics were 2D. So a lot of what you like about it, you imagined. It's like a book.
Yeah.
A lot of the worlds, you put them, like, you made them expansive, right? You made them so big because you went through so much with those characters that in your head, you're like, oh, we've been through so, and you built it up just like reading a book. So for them to recreate that now with, fully 3D models and all, it takes time, man. It takes a lot. Yeah, I do want to play that. Frank is asking if we want to play a Ghost of Tsushima. Tell your girlfriend bless you, Poseidon.
Ateswa.
Yeah. By the way, don't ever say Ateswa, bro.
Why?
Nobody says that. That's psychotic. That's, what is that, German? Say say Gesundheit or something. Don't
Gesundheit.
Yeah, don't speak German, bro.
Fucking guy.
Fucking guy. Are you guys gonna go out today, Poseidon?
Huh?
Are you guys gonna go out today?
Maybe for a drive.
Oh, where to?
Yesterday was beautiful. Yesterday I was kind of sleepy, and then I went outside to throw garbage, And then as soon as I come back up,
You're like,
I'm like,
why did you
"Hey,
follow
Jess,
me back
we're
up
going
here?
for a drive. It's too beautiful." I went had Dairy Queen.
Oh, nice. Oh, you had Dairy Queen's open.
Yeah.
Oh, Dairy Queen doesn't fuck around.
Yeah. But it's so weird because like everyone's like doing the social distancing thing, but then you feel like you're gonna run people over when you go to park.
Let me ask you, where the hell did you go that people were keeping social distance? I went to walk yesterday, take an hour walk, so I don't die, and I was getting angry. It was full of people. It was like nothing was wrong. I even passed by a park full of people.
Oh, even when I drove through the mountain, because the mountain, the balconies. There's two balconies.
Yeah.
There's the one that oversees the Olympic Stadium. They blocked it off so cars can't enter.
But you can still walk there.
Yeah, a lot of people were walking there, and a lot of people just double parked and didn't give a fuck. There must have been like I think 12 cars double parked on the side. I just got out, chilled, looked at the view.
Yeah, Gary, that's exactly what he says when you said I went to throw garbage. He says, is that like a code for I went to pick up a prostitute? So I went to get some garbage from the outside.
How do you know, bro?
Yeah, so yesterday I was like getting pissed off because I thought it was going to be like empty. But no one's respecting anything. Like I'm moving away from people because I don't, for them, mentally, so they don't feel weird. And it turns out that they don't give a fuck. They're coming right up to me. Family, like I see, dad and his daughter. I'll go in the street instead of him taking a little kid in the street getting hit by a car, And still, I'm getting closer to them. Like I literally had to jump at the last second. They weren't moving out of the way. Like, does the guy want me to walk through his daughter? Like, I don't understand. Who do you think is gonna win that battle? Like, it's just stupid fucking people.
If people don't move out of the way for me, I'm walking through them. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, no.
Man, I used to do that when I worked at Carrefour Laval, bro. Mm-hmm. Oh my god, I used to get so angry. People wouldn't move.
Lavalers.
Man, so I would just bulldoze right through them. I didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, Lavalers think that it's a video game. Like I'm gonna just clip right through them.
Yeah, but then like I'm also like a fucking giant compared to most people. So they'd be like all confident as soon as they bump into me.
So
like,
are they counting the statistics of how many people are infected when they say Montreal we have like 20,000 or something? Are they counting Laval in that, or are they just counting the island?
I think just the island, the greater, or unless that's a very good question.
So you're telling me what, Laval has 0 and 20,000 are on the island? I don't know. That doesn't sound believable.
Because the greater Montreal area is the island of Montreal, Laval, South Shore, and I think even North Shore, if I'm not mistaken.
Wait, Greater Montreal includes Laval?
Yes.
Because Laval's its own city too. Laval's its own city too.
Yeah, it's its own city. That's very. I'm actually curious now. I don't know. I didn't give it some thought.
No, I'm just wondering like how many cases are in Laval. Because for Laval, it's easier to social distance. Because everything is spread out.
Yeah.
It's more like an American city where everything is spread out. The malls, you know what I mean? It's bigger, so you can social. Whereas here, very New York-esque, very European. Everything's stuck together. Walking culture. Here it's a bit harder. And there's certain neighborhoods here that are overrun, apparently.
There's neighborhoods that are what?
Overrun, like it's just too much. Like remember that Jewish neighborhood in Montreal North where the cops were stopping people at the entrance?
Yeah.
And they weren't even letting food go in. Like people were delivering kosher meals and they're like, get the fuck out of here.
Really?
Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, it was a Hasidic Jewish community. And they weren't listening to the protocol in the beginning. And it just spread to everyone.
Jesus Christ.
Let's see. Laval has 2,589 as of yesterday, Ganji says.
Cases?
Yeah.
That's nothing.
Jimmy Blackman in the chat.
Shit.
Jimmy, I hope you're fucking staying safe in New York. Jimmy Blackman, hero of the entire state of New York, really. Boisbriand. Yeah, I think it was in Boisbriand, actually, Abby. You're right. I heard... I had heard that too. In Boisbriand, there was a big community that they had to fucking lock out. Oh, Marvin's here. I didn't even notice that Marvin was here. What up, Marvin? So another Sunday. Oh, by the way, for you guys who checked it out live, did you guys enjoy the morning show yesterday? It was an idea that I had to just mix up everything together. I know we had talked about watching shows together. And then I was like, when's a good time to watch a show? Like people are antsy. And just doing that whole news, getting somebody who knows the news to talk about it, who knows what's going on, instead of a bunch of buffoons, us. So George was down to do that. And also want George to get a bit more exposure too, so that people see that now he's also a podcaster. And I had fun. And it's fun with Degrassi. And the reason why I pick shows like that are kind of fun and we could and we could laugh at. So Degrassi, that show that Phil brought up, The Odyssey, when we were kids. The reason why these shows are good is because they're on YouTube already by the actual production companies. They've put them up on YouTube. The videos now I'm watching are from YouTube. So so I don't get taken down, because it's not like a case of, hey, why don't you watch The Matrix or whatever? Yeah, because within 10 seconds that video's coming down.
Yeah.
That's why, So we also have to work with those limitations if we're going to be on YouTube. So that's why. That's why I did it. But I'm glad that people actually enjoyed the Degrassi stuff, because it is fun to watch that. I think the funnest part is you notice things that you can't get away with now. Yeah, Trey, cool. I'm not going to get ad block. What I'm going to do is I'm actually, for next weekend, I'm going to download. I have an application on my computer. I could download videos directly off YouTube. So I'm going to download the next couple of videos, and then we're going to watch them directly off the video player, so nothing stops us. Nice. Yeah, and we don't see any of the ads, That's what yeah.
Going back to Degrassi, when we're watching, there was one scene that really fucking pissed me off watching, was when he got locked in the closet.
Oh, yeah, okay. When all he had to do was just turn the handle?
Yes, bro. That I don't know why. And then the fucking Asian kid comes out of nowhere and fucking unlocks a locked door.
He didn't unlock it. He just turned the handle.
Well, yeah, exactly. But it was locked. But it's locked from the inside.
Listen,
you get it?
Look, I don't know why you're talking like this, Poseidon. Everyone knows these Asians, very smart. Very, very smart. They're unlocking doors, Poseidon. I don't know why that surprises you. The Asians are so smart that they made Harvard racist. That's how smart Asians are. Yeah. You don't know about this?
No.
Oh, you want to hear a nice little controversy that happened a little while ago?
Yeah.
Okay, so you'd think that Harvard, right? You want the elites, you want the smartest people to get in, right?
Yes.
So Harvard, who also preached, against racism and against, okay. So Harvard was having an issue. Well, they called it an issue. Too many Asians were getting in. I swear to God, because they were better than everyone else. I remember this. So what they did is now they made. So let's say they had a specific goal for someone to get in, with X. The score is X. Okay, let's say what they did is, if you're Asian, now you have to have it higher than everyone else in order to get in.
Jesus Christ!
Because if this is the level, then it's going to be only Asians that are getting in next year, stuff like that. And then people stepped up, like Asian community leaders, like, hey, what the fuck? We meet the criteria. You're going to make it harder on us just because we're Asian?
Yeah, that's true.
And they have a point. It should be. It's based on merit. The best should get in. Right?
Yeah.
It should. If the best are Asian, fuck man, you should do your homework.
Maybe I absolutely agree. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'm just running everything through my head because that's funny and interesting.
Yeah, it's all again. It does fall into identity politics too. Same thing with the government, right? When Trudeau had said, "I want my cabinet to be 50-50, 50% men, 50% women." That's another stupid thing. No, it should be the best of the best.
100%.
If all the best are polar bears, I want your team to be all polar bears. Right? You're running a fucking country.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit about social justice warriors. You're running a country. Get the best of the best. If it's all women, that's what I want. I want all fucking women on the board. If it's all men, all men. But or else you're getting rid of smart people, good people, just to fill in a quota. That's what Harvard was doing. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the wrong way to go by things. Everything falls apart, even for businesses. Like when businesses start to do that, they start to decline. Like I noticed that with Pantelis years ago.
Pantelis started charging Asians twice as much.
No, they started hiring people. Look, this isn't official or anything, but this was lower management that was doing this. They were basically hiring people. Like they were saying shit like, we need more gay people, so they would hire more gay people, or we need more women, so they would hire only women for a certain amount of time. Like I had been barred from a transfer. They didn't tell me it was because of that. But this girl that I worked with, that was a lesbian that worked at the same store, she got it, and my stats were 1,000 times better. So they started doing this at some point. When that happens, I feel like every business, anything in general, just starts to decline.
Yeah, you lost me. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Really?
I feel like you had somewhere to go with it, and then it fell off the rails.
I think of too many things at the same time, and it's kind of all just
But Abby says, yeah, it was American. It was Chinese students, not American, Asian. Yeah, no one said it was Americans. I said Chinese. They were Chinese. And yeah, and there's a way, you know what you could do if you weren't racist against Asians, if you weren't racist against Chinese, what you could do is just set a quota for the limit, just a max limit of international students.
Yeah,
and then that's
yeah. Actually, that's a lot more reasonable.
A lot more reasonable. You're like, okay, we can only allow fucking 200 international students. The best 200 get in. That's it. You know, but you can't just make stuff as you go along to be like, shit, there's too many Asians in this school. There's too many Chinese people. Well, that's crazy. It's like Harv Kong, he's saying, instead of Harvard or Hong Kong. Jimmy Blackman. By the way, this COVID thing is not ending anytime soon. I heard Legault might talk tomorrow about schools opening again. He needs to stop sending mixed messages. Yeah, the mixed messages thing is big. You bring that up. Thanks for reminding me, because I did speak to a couple of parents actually were telling me about I'm not comfortable sending my kids back because we're starting in May. And I said, where'd you hear that we're starting in May? Because I thought they're going to update that the kids are not going to start in May. So I heard many conflicting things. I did hear in the beginning that for high school students, because this throughout their year, basically, they're going to automatically, the year's technically ended. What they're going to do is the ones that, because, you know, there's the first, second, 1, 2, 3, your grades don't matter. Remember that, Poseidon? That they don't actually count for your final report. So I think most of those kids, unless you're a real fuck up, you pass to the next grade. I think sec 4 and 5 here, and maybe college students too, they're going to take the first 2 semesters, and they're going to give that as your average. So imagine you fucked up in the beginning because you were planning on bringing it back.
Oh, shit.
Anyways, but that's what they were supposed to do. So now, if they say that, and then they're gonna tell the kids, no, even though technically, yeah, you pass, we still want you to come to school for the rest of the next 2 months, and then put your families in danger because we don't know what's gonna happen. That's kind of crazy. Because which is it? Is this a dangerous virus going around that could kill us, and we should stay inside, or is it whatever? We could send kids to school. Tell us, is it dangerous or it isn't? Because if it's really dangerous, why the fuck would a parent want their kids to be guinea pigs? Right? Why would a parent who has 2 children be like, all right, I'll send my 2 kids to school and then see what happens? What if the kids are fine and then they're asymptomatic and then they give it to you and you die?
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Like, I'm just saying, which is it? Is it dangerous or is it not dangerous? You keep going back and forth. And why aren't we talking about these old folks' homes anymore? Why did we stop talking about that? It wasn't just Quebec. It was also in Ontario. If you saw, and I don't know if the states are coming out with that, but I know here in Ontario and in Quebec, a lot of people are like, a lot of old people died in these old folks' homes, and they weren't being taken care of. There was rapes being reported. It was
Jesus Christ.
It's
who rapes old people?
It's terrible. These cycles, bro. It's terrible.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Let's see here. Women mistakes NWO shirt for Walmart's political push for a one world government. Brought again. No, that's a good article. Hold on.
That's actually really funny.
Hold on.
I was going to say something. Oh, what about the protests happening down in the States?
Which ones?
The ones to reopen the states and jobs and everything.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm for reopening the economy, Poseidon, obviously with smart measures. But I don't know if we're going about it the right way. I don't know if protest, like, what are you protesting? It's not going to change anything for you to I don't know. I don't know what people are doing anymore. But people are protesting. It's people that have good ideas, but the reaction to it is the wrong thing. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Because first of all, the economy never technically fully closed because all that we're doing is part of the economy. Doctors are part of the economy. Doctors, first responders, all that stuff, they're getting paid to do a job, right? That's part of the economy.
No.
Right? It's just that we have to get more stuff rolling normally. The biggest thing is we can't let the supply lines of food, energy, all that go dark. That has to keep rolling. Because what I hate is that like a lot of like really, really hardcore leftists who live in cities, fucking Cortez, she was all excited about people losing jobs in the oil industry. And then she was talking about how they need to close the economy fully. First of all, closing the economy fully means no doctors, okay? The government, what do you think, Trudeau or Trump is going to go and perform fucking surgery? That's part of the fucking economy, you doofus. No, it's true. You pay doctors to do a job. It's part of the fucking economy. And also, you live in a city. You live in a huge fucking city. What do you think? You think animals are slaughtered there in the city? You think that's where vegetation grows? You fucking dummy. All that shit's brought to you. It's brought to you by people who work in the trucking industry and all these delivery and it comes from outside. If they shut down your fucking city, you're going to starve to death. There's going to be way more deaths from starvation.
Starvation, not to mention murders. And
you can't just shut everything down.
And some people are going to resort to cannibalism.
Dumb, and she's in the government too. Stupid person.
I know.
Just a dumb fucking buffoon. Like, no, you just need to play it smart. So right now, kids, for the next fucking 2 months, whatever, big deal. Fucking do it online. It's really, if people are complaining, like teachers are fucking idiots. If a teacher in this day and age doesn't know how to use Zoom or fucking Skype that's free, then they're fucking idiots. Just talk with the students, do something, keep for 2 fucking months. Let this shit clear out. Let's figure out what we're going to do. And then talk about the fall for these children. You don't have to rush them back. They're kids. As for fucking adults that are in university, we've had online courses forever. Do you know what I mean? Just fucking don't get stoned, do your fucking class and pass. And you could cheat. It's fucking online, so shut up. Anyways, let's take a look at this story that Brodigan sent in. Woman mistakes NW. Hold on. You know what else? I could show this to you guys too. Poseidon, watch this.
Oh, I want to see.
Yeah, you want me to show it to you too, Poseidon? I can show it to you too if you want.
Yes, I want to see.
Okay. There you go. Share screen with Poseidon. Boom. Poseidon, you're getting the screen. So, woman mistakes NWO t-shirt for Walmart's political push for a one world government. Coronavirus is causing a huge stir throughout the world, and one Walmart shopper was outraged by what she saw. The woman took to Facebook to share a photo of a WWE NWO shirt. She thought it was for global elites pushing. Bro, this is fucking amazing. This is incredible.
That's fucking hilarious. And not just that, why would they push it through the form of a t-shirt?
Oh, there's... hold on. You can view it here.
Oh, no.
Oh, bro, this is going to
no.
I hope this works. Oh, this is going to be fucking hilarious. Oh, it doesn't work. Page is not available. The link doesn't work. That would have been fucking hilarious. I wanted to see her yelling.
No.
The goddamn elite. They're promoting this new world order. That's so stupid.
Yeah, through in the form of a t-shirt.
Yeah, but if you don't know what you don't know, Poseidon. She's never heard of the NWO.
Yeah, no. But even at that, even if you don't know about the NWO and the WWE, like, is that how they're gonna convey they're gonna push it on printed on T-shirts? Like, I don't know. I feel like that wouldn't be the strategy.
No, that's what you think. Let's see. Silver and Gold, who is one of our smart fans, one of the smart marks, as they say,
yes.
in wrestling. Young people should not be going back to school. Exactly, online schools. And by the way, universities are scared to death of this idea to have to give video recorded lectures. Yeah, Silver and Gold are scared. Some people are scared because they're not prepared, and some others like, oh shit, I'm not a good teacher. I don't need this to be recorded.
Yeah, you think that's what it is?
Yeah, some people for sure. Not everyone's good at their job.
No, that's true.
There's gonna be some teachers who are like, whoa, hold on. This is gonna be documented. I am not a good teacher. I don't need this. I don't need the stress of this.
Just let everyone pass.
There's gonna be the inappropriately mean teacher who's always calling one student a faggot, and then he's online. He's like, "You." All right, yeah, Jim. Well, whatever you. Just those shitty teachers, just getting mad.
Oh man, I've seen some funny videos of people being like on Zoom calls.
Yeah.
And they put this one guy put porn in his background or something, playing like he had a green screen or whatever, like random shit. People doing crazy shit.
Yeah. And Silver and Gold says most professors don't want the public to see what they teach your young minds. And I remember in university, there was a lot of instances where I was like, is this a fucking propaganda lecture? Like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? So I definitely see that too. There's gonna be some people like, oh shit, because that's why we do have a lot of people who leave university or college and they're still blithering idiots, right? And they're regurgitating communist manifestos and fucking nonsense, because you don't know what you don't know. So if the people you look up to, professors, are telling you what essentially is nonsense, but you're not doing your due diligence, you're not looking into it, you're not there to fact check them, you're not there to discredit them, you're just there to listen and absorb, you become a sponge, then, it kind of isn't your fault when you come out of there believing something that's stupid, It's the same thing with when we talk about, remember, I don't know if it was with you, I think we brought up on Pantelis Live, there was a whole thing about, because I was asking questions about how does a Nazi movement exist in like North America, people who are calling themselves like patriotic, right? When both countries fought against the Nazis, right? But if you look at all these groups, who they go and target, it's always shitty areas, people that have nothing, like they're all fucked up. They don't know who to blame for their town getting completely gutted, for the factory closed down, for everything, and they target them and they blame, like, oh, it's because of the blacks, it's because of the Jews, it's because of whatever, and then you build that up, So these people, that's all they have, and they're like, oh fuck, this guy, this is why we're fucked over, Yeah. It's not because of the fucking global elites that don't need us anymore and they're sending all our work to China. It's because of the Jews. It's because of the blacks or whatever. And then that's how it perpetuates, When really it's all business interests. That's all it is. It's global elite business interests that cause everything, all these fluctuations. All right, let's see. Abby says, really? Because I haven't heard a thing from our manager, Tom. Tom, let's see. I see you're going back to work soon, Abby. I don't know. I don't know who's going. Let's see. Open cams so you can check them from home. Oh, speaking of open campus, you can check. Have you guys heard? So people have been talking about these new apps that the governments are discussing, even in Canada. On the morning show, George talked about it. Having an app that'll have your data, your kind of your health information. You've had the disease, you haven't, whatever, and then who are you next to? Who are you with? And they could flag you, be like, hey, why'd you go to this place? You may have infected this person. Basically monitoring shit. They had asked a while back in was it Germany when this whole thing started, to have a camera in the house for people working from home to make sure they're working. I remember reading about this when this first started, and I'm pretty sure it was Germany.
What?
Yeah, and then it didn't take too long, but people fought back like, whoa, what the fuck are you talking about? No, you can't do that. That's crazy. Yeah, but we just want to make sure people are working. No. You can't fucking put cameras in people's houses. You goddamn Germans.
Man, I had even read another article, something about so let's say you work, I don't know, for a bank, let's say, and you work in the office and you have the pass to go in.
Key fob.
Key fob. They were talking about the key fob acts like a debit card, so they pay you on that, so you don't actually have a bank account. So your company that you work for is responsible for all of your funds.
Okay, that's crazy. I have seen the key fob used in cool instances. A couple of years ago, I got to go down to this was back when I worked in apps, to ESPN in Connecticut. Bro, amazing. Where they work, it's more like a campus, like a college campus.
Okay.
Huge area, different buildings. It's crazy. But so they were showing me around, and when you walk the hallways, you're going, like, let's say, from one part of the building to another. There's like little kiosks, let's say, like in the airport where you have those kiosks where you sell candy, water, all that. They have those in the buildings, but there's no one manning them. It's kind of like the honor system,
Yeah.
And there's different ways you can pay. You can have your credit card, all that, but you can also have your swipe card. That you swipe to get in places. So if you don't have money on you, could use that, and then they could just deduct whatever you got from your next paycheck.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, but they were talking about fully.
No, I know. I'm just saying that. Like you have a credit system. They say they're in charge of your credits. That's psychotic.
Yeah, that's psychotic shit.
What, do you have to work for them your whole life? But but I thought that was cool. And this was years ago too. And I was like, this is amazing. And they're like, yeah, it's because they were used to it. They didn't find it as cool as I did. But for me, that was really, really cool. Because imagine you got nothing. You're like, shit, I forgot my wallet or something. But you have your key card. That's how you got it in the office.
No.
Just swipe it. You'll pay for it in 2 weeks.
No.
And you won't even think about it. It'll just come off your paycheck. And then you'll be like, shit, I ate too many Doritos. I got to stop. Because you're going to notice it. When your paycheck is smaller, that's when you're going to go on a diet.
Imagine it's $100 less.
Yeah, you're like, you sons of bitches.
$1.50 Doritos every single fucking time. And you're like, ooh, yeah, maybe I should calm down.
Yeah. It was a very, I remember I saw like, shit, a lot of people should do this. But then again, it was amazing. Like those facilities, my God, so cool.
Next level shit.
Yeah, they had next level shit there. It was very cool.
I heard Google is kind of crazy also.
I've never been there. I have one of my buddies actually worked. I think he left now, but he used to work at Yahoo for a bit. He moved to San Francisco to work at Yahoo. So that place was probably cool too. All those things, they have cool stuff. It's just when all those memos came. Remember last year, the guy that was talking, I think he went on Rogan too. The guy who was basically he's a developer, so he just goes by logic. He had released that memo about how they are internally with like the push to be, politically correct and all that. Do you remember this? So apparently it's a little toxic if you speak out against that culture internally. They like shun you. They want you to be part of that same thinking.
Yeah, it does feel a little culty. Like I remember when I did my interview for Apple,
Yeah.
I didn't like it. It felt culty.
But all of that, it's been like that for years. Most of the big corporations, it's all like, you're not joining a team, you're joining a family. Yeah. I used to always laugh when I used to do interviews like that. I was like, yeah, family. Yeah, wouldn't I be a shitty person if I just decided to leave my current family for yours over money? Isn't that weird? Let's see. These stupid apps, Gapes is saying, when they could have prevented the spread by telling us, the U.S. knew in November and Canada knew in January. I'm glad you brought it up, Gapes, because I've been talking about this and people don't want to admit it, especially people that are super, super loyal to a political party. Like, don't be loyal to political parties or political personalities. Be loyal to the policies that are good for you and they're good for the people. Because people, like personalities, as we've seen in politics, can be bought, sold, or handcuffed. They could do nothing. Okay? Especially like in the States, there's so much red tape and it's very difficult. No matter who you think is going to win, no matter who you think is going to do the right thing, even if they want to do what they think is the right thing and you might agree with them, it doesn't mean they're going to be able to do it. Right? There's all kinds of measures put in place for the people that are really running the show to stop them. So don't fall for that. Like now they're loyal to like Trudeau, right? He's handling this great. What is he handling great? I don't understand. He failed to notify us and put any measures in place in January when he was notified, right? When the military told him, he kept it a fucking secret from the rest of us. And even now, right, when we needed supplies, like George talked about on Saturday, when he sent those planes in from our companies, it's our supplies to China, and they told us to fuck off, and they sent them back empty. That's not what a real leader would do.
Yeah.
You need a leader who's gonna be like, wait, we can't have our medical supplies that we paid for. You want us to drop 2 fucking bombs? What's going on here, China? Like, that's what you got to do.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, but it's instead, and what bothers me is instead people focus on shit like, remember when he was fixing his hair and people slowed it down and were like, oh yeah, but look at him, he's so hot.
Yeah.
Like, who cares?
Yeah, I don't give a
shit.
shit.
The guy can barely run a fucking bathroom. You know what I mean?
They can't. It's funny. I see most politicians. I wouldn't allow them to run a lemonade stand. Like if I had a Dairy Queen and like if I owned a Dairy Queen, and I had to choose between, I don't know, some 22-year-old kid who's had a little bit of managerial experience, he's a hard worker, or Justin Trudeau, is the guy who was in politics. I'd be like, get the fuck out! Are you crazy? You're gonna run my Dairy Queen? I'm gonna let you run my Dairy Queen. So I come back, we're broke, and we're like, what happened? Well, anybody that didn't identify as a human, I was giving away free blizzards. Get the fuck out of here, you moron, You can't have this.
Everyone's getting free ice cream. All they gotta say is, bro, me identify as a fucking lamp.
Yeah. You choose what you want to pay. In fact, I'll even pay you to eat this. Yeah, Justin, this isn't working out. No. It's because you're a buffoon. Yeah, that's the main reason. Money's not real. Who cares? Yeah. So no, I wouldn't let any of these politicians. Don't. That's the thing. Don't fall for that trap. Because then you know what happens? You get invested in a party. It's like a team, right? And then you always want them to win. So at least a team, if you always want them to win, it kind of makes sense. It's your team. It's sports. It's one-on-one. What do you have to lose if they win? You know what I mean? So I just want them to win. But there's too much at stake in politics. You can't just identify with one party or one person and then just bet everything on them. Because then what happens is you when they do something stupid, you enter that stage of like, what is it, cognitive dissonance, where you're believing two things. You're like, I disagree with that, but I agree with him. And, you become this weird person that doesn't want to admit that you're wrong. No one's handled this correctly, and no one could have handled this correctly. There are better stuff we could have all done, and by all, I mean like governments around the world, but no one handled it correctly because it was unprecedented. And now, because of all this, like Gabe said, we're ignoring the fact that the great leader of North Korea might be dead, Kim Jong-un.
Yeah.
Terrible news coming out of Japan, really. Japan's the one who said he was dead. It's crazy. It's very, very crazy, guys. Kim Jong-un, people didn't really mind when Kobe died.
Well, look, I'm following The Simpsons on this one. They had a show. I saw it just now on Instagram. Kim Jong
died.
They had his sister in front of a tank, being all military, like powerful and shit. And someone wrote, bruh, Simpsons haven't steered us wrong so far. Stop following this shit.
Yeah, because apparently his sister's going to take over, they said.
Well, she's next in line, actually. Because it's like a monarchy type of shit, no?
Yeah, well, it's something different than a monarchy. It's very weird. I mean, the monarchy is also stupid, but them too. They believe that they don't take shits. Like the people, they told them we don't take shits. Us, the supreme family.
Really, they said that?
Yeah, they don't piss or shit. They don't.
There's no way
defecate.
people believe that.
Look, that's up to. There's no way people believe that. Are you crazy, bro? There's people
Bro,
that believe.
I don't believe that, and I'm pretty stupid.
There's people that believe, Poseidon, that if they kill themselves, they're gonna get all kinds of virgins. What are they gonna do with them when they're dead? But they still believe in that, Poseidon. So no, but it's true.
So I keep forgetting that.
Yeah, for everything you think is stupid, there's people out there gonna believe dumb shit. Yeah.
It makes me feel better, but it also kind of makes me lose hope. So I don't know how I should feel about this.
Dude, it's rough. It's I don't know. So some people are saying no, he's still alive. Japan said that he's brain dead, and then I'm like, maybe that was just a tweet they had from last year, not related, not related to the current situation.
Well, if he's brain dead, he's dead, right?
What do you mean?
Like if like the brain's not there, like isn't he? Like even if the body is functioning, but if he's brain dead, he can't think, doesn't have a mind, can't express emotion, nothing. He is dead technically.
Yeah, that's why.
Because the body's a shell.
When they said he's brain dead, it pretty much means a vegetable. He can't run I mean, I don't think the country would run any differently, to be honest. The people that are living in the country would not notice a difference if he runs it brain dead or if he runs it normally. I don't know anything about his sister. I don't know if his sister.
Apparently, she's ruthless.
Oh, she's a cunt.
Yeah.
Oh, that's.
Well,
I
was gonna say that initially, but now you said it. Thank you.
Oh, that's not good. I was thinking, imagine if she's like more modern.
No, I read the opposite.
Oh, that's yeah.
I read she's ruthless. Like
that's not
more hardcore than Kim Jong-un.
Yeah, he wasn't really ruthless. He was like a big baby.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Don't make fun of me. Remember? And then Trump.
Man,
do you remember when Trump? They made the movie trailer for him at that meeting. They showed a trailer of what North Korea could be, and they basically made a Hollywood-style movie trailer. You don't remember this?
I didn't see that.
He's like, who? To make him feel good, like he's a hero. And Kim Jong Un's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be the next fucking rock star. Yeah, you don't remember this?
I never saw that.
You don't remember? Yeah, and then it leaked, and then people in the White House got pissed. So like, why? Like, look at how dumb this is. Like, no, because we know how to deal with this guy. They were saying this guy's a buffoon. We know how to deal with him. We make him think that he's a fucking superstar. Shut up.
The sister, apparently the sister you can't fuck around with like that.
Yeah, ruthless, huh?
Yeah.
That's not good, man.
Allegedly. I don't know. I'm not in the regime, bro. So
yeah, Psychohazard is telling us that they did, and I read that too, that China sent in doctors. Well, of course you're going to send in doctors. First of all, how dumb is Kim Jong-un? Was like, I have a serious heart problem. I'm going to leave it to North Korean professionals. And then they're looking at each other, two guys. They're like, yo, all we have is spoons. Shut the fuck up. Make this work.
But aren't China and North Korea allies?
Yeah.
Yeah, they are allies.
Or what is that? It changes nothing with the healthcare system in North Korea, bro.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, they could be allies with whoever you want. It doesn't matter. Yeah, he believed in his own bullshit, Tom Tanaka saying, yeah, probably what happened. He's like, well, don't worry, we have the best doctors in the world. There's just a guy who's like, I'm barely a dentist. We need to perform open heart surgery. What? Just a feeling. The guy's like, I'm gonna get killed. Remember, if anything happens to the great leader, we're killing you and your family. Oh fuck!
For the next 3 generations.
Yeah. That's what Michael Malice told us. Remember?
Yeah.
They kill generationally.
God damn, that's crazy, bro.
Yeah. That's who I forgot. I should have messaged Malice to do a podcast with him because he knows. I might message him tomorrow because he knows about. If anybody, he's the only source of North Korea that I trust. He's the only North Korean source I trust. He's the one that knows what's
Has he
really
been to North Korea?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
He's written the book. He knows his shit. Yeah. Plus, he's fun. So I like Malice. So I'll reach out to him. Let's see. What's going on, guys? Hope you guys doing well. Stick says, yeah, Stick World Mayor, we're doing good. We're doing good. I think everyone in the chat is doing good. Hopefully you guys are staying. I mean, you can't not stay safe. You're doing what you got to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just chilling like a villain.
Yeah. Simon says, why did we make the change from Zoom to Skype? Because this episode is probably brought to you by our lovely overlords at Microsoft. Skype. Get it. Or you won't have it. No, it's
Wait, what?
the quality is better. Plus, Zoom, you can't manipulate each feed individually the way you want to. But you're asking this, Simon. Just go look at a video when there's Zoom, and then go look at now the videos with Skype. Notice the production difference. That's it. Shit, when we had Zoom, if Poseidon would share his screen, the whole thing would blow up and everyone would lose feeds.
It's true.
Do you remember that? Because people are like, why you switch to Skype? A lot of people keep asking me that, like there's a conspiracy. It's like, what are you talking about? The second anybody would change their camera on Zoom, everyone's thing would blow up. Poseidon.
I'm still here.
I know.
I'm
You're
I'm
trying to
turning
share
off the
something?
feed for a minute.
You don't have to turn off the feed for a minute, Poseidon. Oh, he's hiding because he's going to put his green screen on. He's probably going to put something ridiculous in the background. Am I correct, Poseidon?
Maybe.
I figured. Let's see. Bill Gates. Yeah, Bill Gates is running the show here, Simon. Abby, you prefer Skype? Yeah, me too, because of the shit that we can do. But it's crazy because... So I have other podcasters that were asking me about Skype and why I decided to use Skype and how I'm doing what I'm doing now. And they were all trying to do it and it wasn't working. And then I figured out why. So because you're capturing basically the NDI feed, it's called, from the Skype call. So you're capturing each camera feed that they're sending in each Skype call separately. And then you could present it like it was a camera, like I was in studio, right? And there are different cameras. So it only works. Here's the crazy part. So your computer, when you buy a PC, you have that initial Skype version that's there from the Microsoft Store, and it's on there. It doesn't work with that version. Even if you set, the capture NDI feed on, you have to download the version from the Skype website for what I'm doing to work with OBS. Yeah. Anyways, it took that's because I was telling Jan when we were looking for to set up for Mike for Suzekut. So same thing. It's because I was doing just running different tests, and it wasn't working for me in the beginning too. I was like, "What the fuck? It should be working. I'm doing all the right things." Poseidon, your girlfriend had to move out of the way.
Yes.
Okay. You don't have to go through all that. You don't have to go through that entire number that you just did, Poseidon, to do all that. You turned off the camera. You went backwards. You hear the chair moving. Jesus.
But what was I gonna say? But yeah, the production value has gone up tenfold. It's way nicer with Skype. Way nicer.
What do you mean?
I like what you were saying. I agree.
Gabe's Zoom is better for virtual backgrounds, better than OBS. But they can be really better because you choose your background. So with OBS or Zoom, you could do whatever you want. With OBS, you could do way more. Yeah, especially if you have a green screen. I mean, none of it stops you. You could do it with everything. It's just that Zoom made it so easy for people that never use this stuff. They think that it's amazing. So like right now, Poseidon, you don't even have the green screen up, right?
Yeah, hold on. Are you able to see the city behind me? No.
No. So he doesn't even have his green screen up, and I think Skype is already cutting stuff out without a green screen. So, yeah, it's all good. Oh, shit.
This is not working.
No, I don't know what you're doing. What are you trying to do? You're trying to do it through Skype, huh?
Yeah.
Didn't you do this? There's your green screen.
Yeah, hold on.
Because I remember yesterday when we started the morning show, you were, correct me if I'm wrong, in Buckingham Palace.
I was in Buckingham Palace.
I remember, yeah.
But I'm trying to see. I think maybe it's the lights? Size of the image, maybe.
Remember to turn on your lights.
They are on.
Okay, just making sure, because I see shadows behind you.
Oh, that's because I'm leaning too forward.
Leaning too forward. Let's see. Do you think you'll continue with Skype? Well, I'm going to continue with Skype as long as we're doing remote shows, that's for sure. Then the second we get back to the studio. Though I do want to do an episode in the studio this week, Pantelis podcast. I'm going to ask my buddy Harry. I want him to come in and talk about uranium. I learned so much about uranium this weekend, Poseidon, because I used to think it was just like the most dangerous thing in the world and we shouldn't be using it. Mm-hmm. And I learned the opposite about how much you could power with uranium and how useful it is if everything's properly done. So I'd like him, who kind of knows a lot more than I do, to come in and talk about that. It's pretty interesting. All right, Poseidon.
I would love to hear about that.
Let's see. No, he's never going to see the doorknob now. That's why. Oh, there we go. First of all, you blurred the background, Poseidon. Maybe that's why it's not working. You chose blurry background.
No, I just put it.
There you go.
I don't know why some images work, like the Buckingham Palace one was working, but some don't. I don't know why.
It could be. I hope it's not even an image. I hope it's a GIF and you're being an idiot.
No, it's not a GIF, bro. No, I thought about it for a second. I'm like, wait a minute.
Some images won't work. I'm trying to put in this website. It's not working. What are you looking for?
Montreal City Skyline Night.
Okay, but you just told us what it is, and it's actually pretty boring. Nobody wants that. It's like your shitty news show. You have the skyline at night.
I was gonna use that for. I was gonna use a day version of the skyline, but for the morning show. Yeah.
Did you like the intro for the morning show?
I liked it a lot. Very soothing, very calm.
Yeah, it's It's like 2.5 minutes, so you guys can get your cereal, get ready before we start the show.
Cereal, coffee, cocaine, anything you need.
Yeah, Gapes, is there a difference between the pod mic and the SM7B? Yeah, of course, Gapes. That's Is there a difference between a Tesla and a Ford Focus? Yeah, there's a big one. They're both cars. They both get you where you need to go, but there's a definite difference. So I obviously prefer the SM7B. For me is the mic. It's the best mic. So I'm eager to get back to the studio, use my mic. But the pod mic for the price, I think it's at this price range, it's unbeatable. Like $100, $130. You're not going to find anything that sounds this good for $130. However, the fact that I'm also using the Rodecaster Pro here as my interface, that helps a lot because I have the noise gate on, which eliminates, you're not hearing a lot of ambient noise around me. So that also helps. So in combination, this is fine for a radio show. Right, Poseidon?
Yes, I think it's I think, and also with Skype, it's less. It feels less like a phone call, more like a show.
Yeah. Plus, I'm also running now everyone's calls through my mixer too. So even if your audio is shit, let's say, it's not as shit as if I would just get it directly from Skype and let the audio play, because it's still I still put the de-esser and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So I try my best, because the most important thing, and this is the only advice, because I don't like giving advice, because I'm a buffoon. But the only advice I give people if they want to start a podcast is your number one thing is forget your cameras, forget graphics, forget everything. It's audio. It's your mics. That's where your money should go right away, is get a good microphone, a good interface, and you people will listen. If you have something to say, obviously, people will listen. But even if you have like 4K cameras and your mic is shit, it doesn't. Actually, I'm not gonna, whatever. There's some friends of mine from another city who do a podcast. Actually, I want to reach out to them because they do it video, right? The video's okay, but their audio is terrible. They're not using professional mics. And I want to reach out to them just to let them know like what they should do. Save, because that turns you off in the beginning. If you go in and the audio screwed up, your brain like, I can't take this anymore, and you leave. You don't stick around. That's what I've learned through all these years. The main thing I've learned about podcasting, radio, all that is audio is king, and everything is secondary. What's your next interface thing, and how much does it cost? So this is the Rodecaster Pro. For the record, it's not the one that I have at my studio. At my studio, I have a Mackie one. It's the one that I had started with at the studio. It's a regular one, but it's good, as you guys can hear from all my studio broadcasts, because also my mics there are professional mics, right? The SM7Bs. So, you balance it all out. This is the same one that we also have at the 2 Drink Minimum Studios downtown at the Bordel. So this is the Rodecaster Pro. It was about $7.99 Canadian before all this stuff happened. I think now it's more expensive because I've noticed podcasting equipment and broadcasting equipment in general has gone up in price ever since this happened, because a lot of people started buying up stock for their homes. So even like Phil ordered a cam link. Remember Poseidon when I first started talking about the cam link like a year or two ago? And everybody's like, that's a waste of money. I was like, no, you can get a cam link. It's $200, and you could connect all your cameras. Well, you could one per cam link to your computer, and it thinks it's a webcam, like I do at the studio. So the studio that we have, and I think all our studios, we have those up there, so that basically we could connect professional cameras instead of webcams, and then switch through them instead of having to buy another switcher. And we use the Elgato Stream Deck to switch them. So when I was talking about the cam link, people thought it was a waste of money. And now people are like, holy shit, I need a cam link to get online so my camera looks good. It's not a webcam. And they're all on back order. Phil ordered one a month ago. Still didn't get here. Yeah.
So, is it more expensive or is it the same price?
Yeah, BM A10 Mini Pro is amazing. Yeah, the A10 Minis, all those products, Gapes, are good. I think they're a bit more pricey. Well, actually, it depends. You can get the Mini actually for a decent price. They're all good. It all depends on what you want. So the A10 Mini is like basically because I use the Stream Deck here, I control everything, including the camera feeds and graphic overlays, also lights. It can control more than just your video broadcast. Like at the studio with Poseidon, when I go normally on Sundays or when I do the podcast at my studios, Poseidon knows that everything I turn on through when we leave and I put on the credits, the second the credits end, the lights turn off also. It's all connected. So yeah, I've done all that. I've done all that on my end. We're gonna say, Poseidon. I feel like I cut you off.
Oh, what was I?
Or you were making a Twitch. I don't know.
I think I was making a Twitch.
Yeah. So yeah, I need a cam link. He says, Rug, but can't find at the moment. Yeah. They went. They went out pretty. Yeah.
That's what I was asking. Did they go up in price, or do you think they're going to go up in price because of this? Or?
Yeah, everything went up in price because people are trying to make money since they're selling. So even Gabe said that the SM7B is $579 right now. It was not $579 when I bought all four of them. It was in I think it was maybe $399 or $425, something like that. So that's a big jump.
Yeah.
That's a big jump.
It's 100 something in jump.
Yeah, and it's expensive because normally you don't have one, right? You have, let's say, minimum two, so you have a guest. So you're spending already over $1,000 for two microphones.
God damn.
I mean, just our studio, right? The four mics, the four SM7Bs, and just each one of the mic arms that we have there, the PSA ones, they're like, what, $150 each? And there's four of them, plus four mics. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it's just that, without computer, without lights, without the cam links, without the cameras. So that's why you got to be careful. So if you're going to spend money, might as well spend. So right now you can look at the audio I have from home. You could spend $130 on this mic, the pod mic. Get a cable, get an interface. Basically, you can have set yourself up for two people, do a podcast with two mics, get yourself an interface, and spend under or around $1,000 instead of getting just two microphones for $1,000 with no interface, no cables, no nothing. You know, you can have yourself a podcast studio for $1,000 if you play it smart. Yeah. But anyway, this isn't stuff that it's like, oh, this guy fucking knows what he's talking about. I learned this the hard way too. Yeah.
And what's crazy is with the interface that you're using, I think you don't even need. You could just do audio directly on it, right?
Well, for all my bonus episodes, people ask, how I do the bonus podcast on Patreon, patreon.com/Pantelis. I do it just since there's no video. I do it just through the interface, so I could put the intro music on, off, all that, and then basically the file, which is very high quality, I could just drag it onto the desktop and put it up online right away. I don't need to do any post-production, And if I want music, I put music because the bonus episode, so I could put any song I want. It's not going to get taken down. It's only for patrons. It's on that specific feed. I have, obviously, all the sound effects if you want to use. So you could do a lot. The Rodecaster Pro, this interface, if you guys are actually interested in doing any type of broadcasting, maybe starting your own podcast, I highly recommend it because it takes XLR microphones, right, like this. So professional microphones, real microphones, not USB ones. And then the interface connects to your computer via USB. So like right now, that's how we're connected, right? So you don't need anything special for your computer. Also, you don't need to connect the computer. If you're not doing a live thing like this, you record everything on it. It takes a micro SD. You can record everything on, you can take it to go, record a full podcast, and then you have the actual audio file of the podcast. You can just upload that. So the Rodecaster Pro is a very good, and it has all these, like I said, noise gate, all these features, these effects features to clear out your voice and make it better. It's definitely worth it. It's definitely worth it.
Nice.
Yeah. It's and if I had my good mics, it would be better.
What?
If I had my good microphones, it would be even better.
Yeah.
One day I'll probably upgrade the studio there too. Get one for over there. But right now it's a waste of money because everything works fine.
I always enjoy when you talk about tech and stuff.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I'm not the tech guy. I'm not.
No, but you speak in a very clear way. Like I understand everything when you explain it. You get it?
Yeah. Well, I found I discovered a lot, even video editing, right? To edit all the videos. I didn't go to school for it. I was just curious and I really wanted to do it. So I would just go to YouTube and look at tutorials. So it's, you want to do this cut, you want to do this, how it works on this app. And I would look at tutorials and that would be my teacher. So that's why I've said it many times. if you're looking to do something, and just go to YouTube, look for whatever you want. Look, you could go to YouTube right now and learn how to tie a knot yourself on YouTube. So it's the best teacher right now for things like that. Things that you can learn off. It's not like open heart surgery, but there's things, especially in tech, especially in video editing, audio engineering. You can learn so much off YouTube for free. Yeah, and then you just need to really sit down and devote the time. Poseidon's tried; he just gets lazy and stops. You have to really work it through them. Pause it. Do what they're telling you to do. What they're doing, you learn it, and then it becomes second nature. I learned that with video editing. Where you can do so much, and a lot of people are gonna stop you. They're gonna tell you, "Oh, you're gonna waste your time. Don't go online. Don't start a podcast. Oh, you can't do it. How are you gonna make it?" People used to tell me that when I started my first podcast in 2010. There's no future in podcasting. You guys are wasting your time. All this stupid stuff. If you really feel like you have something to contribute, something people are gonna like, go ahead and do it. You have nothing to lose, because at the worst case scenario, you learned a couple of new skills that you could apply. Maybe you learn how to learn better. You learn how to listen better because you have to look at tutorials and learn how to do stuff. So all this helps. Like, I didn't know that the podcast, I didn't know that 2-drink minimum was going to happen. I didn't, you don't know. But shit, when it came to it, I was set up. I had a studio. I knew how to podcast. I'd been speaking into a microphone for years, regardless of comedy. I'm talking about just podcasting. So all this helps. Just basically don't let people tell you that you're not able to do something in this day and age. Just like Gigi says in the chat, in this day and age, you could go online and learn anything. Let's see. Kodak says that he used to make gaming videos, but he had a problem with editing. When it was all done, for some reason, it'll lag. Tried to fix it like a month and then abandoned. I should try again. I don't know what you were using. I use Adobe Premiere, but it used to be cheaper because you could just buy the software back in the day. And then you own it, you have updates for it, and then it's yours. Now everything is cloud-based, so I'm paying a monthly fee, and I have all of the Adobe stuff, but all I use is Photoshop and Premiere Pro, right? And that's it. Like, I don't know about the other stuff. The other stuff is about creating websites, and it's shit I don't use, or creating 3D models. I don't use any of that, but it's all part of the package. And even Photoshop, I use it very rarely, just to make a logo or to make, like, let's say the new images for, like, the morning show. Because all of the memes that you see and all that for 2-drink minimum, I don't do that. Jason does it. So I don't need to use Photoshop. So yeah, that's a bit of insight there. I'm telling people stuff they should know. I don't know. Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 6K went down. $500 permanently this week. It's a good camera, Poseidon.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, the Blackmagics they're normally very expensive and very good.
All these names confuse me though.
Why?
Like about the cameras, all these numbers and shit. Wait, which one is this one?
Yeah, they're very, I mean, it's just like phones.
Yeah.
The S8 Plus. S8 Plus Mega. Like,
and then they didn't do S9, they went up to S10, and now it's like they're at S20. How?
They're just making them up as they go along.
This
is the Galaxy Cancer Survivor. Like, it's just, will cure AIDS. What? It's just a name. It's just a name, bro.
But I say it's complicated, but like if for cars, I know almost.
Cars the same thing.
Yeah, but like I'll be like, oh, that's the fucking whatever, Mercedes, whatever, and I'll be like, oh, that makes sense, and then the numbers make sense to me, and I know all of them. But then some people are like, what the fuck are you talking about? I guess it's the same thing.
It's the same thing. I never cared about that. I don't care about the numbers. I don't care. I just I try to see what works for me, for what I need to do, and then just go with that. I don't care, kind of like people, why are you using this camera? Why look, it works. Like my cam links worked with those Sony cameras that we got for the studio, right?
Yeah.
So it worked. Like, why don't you upgrade to 4K cameras? First of all, 4K cameras, when we're going live anyway, YouTube won't transmit it 4K, no matter what we do. It won't. It tells us we're at the highest level, but it won't, because you'll notice if you come back and watch a live stream that was originally live, like one of these, like a Pantelis Live, you come watch it 2 hours later after it processed, the quality's better. I didn't do anything. It's because it got time to process the video. Because initially, it wasn't sharing it at its full quality anyway. So there's no point to invest in 4K if they're not going to display it in 4K when it goes out. So right now, but everything's changing. Let's see. Can you talk about Poseidon's situation with his wife? Poseidon, did you get married and I didn't know about it? What's going on here? You guys are moving too fast.
No marriage.
You guys are moving to. So she's back in. Is she gonna leave anytime soon, or are you guys gonna ride this out till it's done now?
I don't know. We're gonna chill for a bit. I'll see.
And then does she? She doesn't have a job.
No, neither.
It's good. It's good.
Me neither.
You need.
So we're chilling.
That's what you need, bro. I just need 2 unemployed people making. I need you guys to have a kid now. It'll help out the economy.
I'm gonna make 8 soon.
8 kids?
8 kids, bro. They're gonna pop out one after the other.
It's disgusting.
They're gonna be my little warrior, bro. The little Poseidons.
You know what I found out this week? I found out that after a woman gives birth, for a couple of weeks, maybe 8 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks, she's very, very fertile. So you're supposed to be careful so you don't knock her up again right away.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah, they're very. That's what I found out.
Well, why though?
Nature. I don't know. What do you mean why?
I thought you had the answer. I thought you had the answers to.
Yeah, but that's the answer. That's just it's nature. No one's made. You're asking me to have the answer as if someone decided. Like that's how you're. So in your head, you think that doctors decide and make it happen.
No, that's not what I thought.
You're a fucking buffoon. I'm just telling you what happens. That's like, yeah, it's sunny today. Yeah, but why?
No, but what I'm trying to say is there must be like a scientific explanation in the body. Something happens in the body that makes it so.
Because they just had a kid and they're like, all right, we did it. We gotta get some more. We gotta populate the planet. I don't fucking know. But yeah, and I found that out, and also I found out from Viron that apparently the second day, that's when kids really cry a lot because that's when they figure out that they're not in the stomach anymore.
Really?
So they fucking lose their shit. Yeah.
Holy shit.
But sometimes they don't. Sometimes they're calm. But a lot of times, they'll lose little shit. They'll be like, what the fuck is this?
Bro.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's
interesting.
Fun facts.
Fun pregnancy facts.
It's a fun pregnancy. Well, I guess post-pregnancy facts.
Yeah.
So yeah, it increases your chances. Let's see. I wouldn't be surprised if she looks exactly like Pantelis. Oh, how funny would that be if his girlfriend looked just like me but without the beard?
That would actually be kind of funny.
Like Seinfeld. Do you remember that? When they were dating, who was it? Was it George Costanza? I think Costanza was dating a girl that looked like Jerry. Do you remember that?
I think I remember that episode. Hold on.
Do you remember that?
Let me Google it fast.
I was like, what? Poseidon, she looks like me. She doesn't look a thing like you, bro. Look at that chin. Yeah, let's see. Tara. Tara's late, but she's here. Welcome, Tara. JP Lavoie says, Poseidon, why did you steal Chef Boyardee's suit? Yeah, you do look like Chef Boyardee.
Really?
Yeah. The little white. You guys remember Chef Boyardee? I remember when I was young. Chef Boyardee, and now you look at it, that's so bad for you. It's complete garbage. That guy's not a chef. Poseidon?
Did I?
Are you gonna watch an entire episode? What are you doing right now?
No, I'm looking for a picture.
Of what?
I think this is the one.
Well, you don't have to think it's. I don't like. We get what you're saying.
No, but I'm trying to remember. Also,
I mean, I'm the one who said it. I'm the one. I get. You're trying to find me a reference of what I already said, but obviously I know it. I made it. Yeah.
Yeah, that was her.
Yeah, the female Jerry.
Yeah, female Jerry.
Ustid Poof is saying that he can't get over yesterday while we were watching Degrassi on the morning show, the kid who looked like you.
Which one was that?
Just remember there was a random guy when the girls were going to the bathroom and even you thought it was you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was the girl with the short hair and the piercing. She turned around like this.
It was a girl.
Yeah, it was in the girls' bathroom.
Oh no, I thought they were outside the bathroom when they showed.
No,
it.
they were inside the bathroom, and the girl was leaving the bathroom. So it looked like a female version of me.
Yeah. Oh shit, that's actually interesting. Yeah, we're gonna see if she's a recurring character because a lot of them you saw glimpses of them in those first 2 episodes.
Yeah.
And then they have their own story arcs. Like we still didn't get to really know Snake and all that, and all of them evolved.
Snake.
Yeah. Like you saw him, but his story hasn't come in yet.
Interesting.
Yeah. So the question I'm going to ask on Patreon and see what answer I get is, do we want to continue next week with a bit more Degrassi, or should we move on to the Odyssey and then, every week we change? But I'm thinking if we change every week, people might forget and not be as invested in the show. Week, yeah. So I figure maybe we could run through the first season of Degrassi and then go through the season of Odyssey and then figure out where we take it from there. And remember, when you get in to the morning show, make sure you got yourself a coffee, maybe some cereal. Bring your cereal in hour 2 of the show. The show's normally about 2 hours. Bring it in hour 2 when we start watching the shows. Eat some cereal, eat some eggs, drink a coffee, whatever the fuck you do at your house.
I call them morning popcorn.
You're basically watching the show with us. So it's us ruining good shows, basically. It's us ruining shows with our stupid commentary. But yeah, Abby, I'm gonna try to keep the same vibe. What I like doing is having the news in the beginning by an actual adult like George. I think George is gonna be coming back every week to do the news for us. And then we have whoever we have on. Maybe Phil. Maybe Phil could become a regular person on the morning show if he wants to. But it might be hard for him because he has a kid. He's got 2 kids. So we'll see. But yeah, I like that. So we'll do that. We'll continue probably with Degrassi next week. We could do maybe episodes 3 and 4, depending on how long the episode takes beforehand. And the show never runs past noon because there's no point. Then it's no longer morning. And it is, in fact, the morning show. And we take that shit seriously here at Pantelis Comedy. All right, we don't play with times of day. If there's one thing we're critical about, it's what time a show's going to be on.
The only thing I'm going to have to adjust, I don't know if you paid attention. I tried to hide it as much as I could. I was yawning sometimes.
Yeah, not just yawning. You look like you're recovering from a
like I was
drug-induced bender. Like, yeah, you were not the best of shape.
I woke up at 7.
Okay, but that's not a bad thing. Like, you wake up, you're saying it, and most people in the chat are like, yeah, okay, a regular work day, go on.
No, my body's not used to it, though. Don't forget, I work, my regular schedule used to be 4:30 p.m. to 1 a.m. I'd fall asleep the latest 4 a.m.
I know, but
on average 3 a.m.
You haven't had a real job in a long time now, Poseidon. So it's not like you woke up yesterday. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, but I've kept the same sleeping schedule is what I'm trying to say.
Why would you keep the same schedule?
I don't know. It's hard to break out of it.
Well, no, not if you're not going to work. It's easy to break out of it. Why would you force yourself to stay up till 5? It doesn't make sense.
I broke out of it yesterday. Today I woke up pretty early also.
Yeah, go back to normal life.
Yeah.
And then you have more hours in the day to do stuff.
Yeah.
You could take your girl out and throw a ball around.
Around.
Baseball in the park.
Tennis. Oh, we could play the racket.
You should play one-on-one basketball.
One-on-one basketball? I'll destroy her, bro.
That's what I'm saying. But
I'll ruin her, bro.
Let her know. Let her know. And be very aggressive like you're playing street basketball. Not just play hard defense. But when it comes to checking the ball, if she's not paying attention, right in her face, bro. Break her nose, and then you go, street rules, bitch, pay attention.
Slam dunk!
Yeah, dunk on her. But just just go for layups, but mow right through her. Like, that's right, baby. You got involved with the man. Show her, exert your dominance.
You reminded me of something in high school. They used to call me the train in high school when we would play basketball. Because when I would go for a layup, people would just move out of the way. They didn't even want to deal with me.
That's not what I heard. I heard they called you the train because the volleyball team would run trains on you.
How'd you know? It was a secret.
They'd tie you up in the locker room and just run a train on you.
Oh, man. More memories just came rushing through, just the fights in locker rooms.
Wait, hold on. More memories came through the fights in locker rooms. Poseidon, why do you have that kid's dick in your mouth? It's a fight technique, bro.
No, bro. Like hardcore fights, like people used to get the shit kicked out of them because there were no like there was no teachers and shit. So when there was beef, a lot of it was solved in the locker rooms. Also,
when there was chicken, I was peaceful.
Ah, man.
Poseidon, you're a fucking character worth $1 million. Let's see more like the chess club. Could you imagine if a bunch of nerds were running trains on you? Oh, you know what show I watched a bit on? It's on Amazon Prime. It's just a wacky show. It's called Todd and the Book of Pure Evil, and Jay from Jay and Silent Bob is in it. Jason Mewes, I believe his name is. Yeah, and it's just a wacky show. It's like a heavy metal show about high school and this demon book, but it's a lot of fun. But it's goofy, right? You don't take it seriously. It's just wacky, but it was good fun. I had a lot of good laughs with it.
You know which show I watched a bit of? You know the new show on Netflix with fuck, man. He puts his head in a vagina and he goes from planet to planet.
I don't. I have no idea what you're talking about, Poseidon, but that should be the description on Netflix. Bro, In this show, he puts his head in a vagina and goes from planet to planet.
Hold on.
Dad? Question mark. Oh, but I hope you guys are ready, because tonight is night 2 of ESPN's The Last Dance, and I am enjoying the fuck out of it. Last week I couldn't get enough. 2 episodes, not enough. So I'm waiting for some more of that tonight, and it also goes on Netflix tomorrow for Canadians if they don't have the ESPN. I'm using the Android box, so I'm watching it live from the US. So Poseidon, The Last Dance is on tonight. Michael Jordan, I think it's episode 3 and 4. I think they're doing 2 episodes a week, right? I hope so. If they're doing 1 episode, that's tonight, that's garbage. Yeah. Oh, Tara's excited. Poseidon, nobody gives this much of a shit. You just dead air for over a minute.
What I was trying to say is
it's like they're watching In Bed with Poseidon. It's just dead air for a minute of, hold on, let me look this up, and he waits. Doesn't understand what a live show is.
Well, no, what I wanted to say is it's very trippy.
Yeah, you just said someone goes inside a vagina and travels from planet to planet. We kind of figured that there's something trippy. So it says the Midnight Gospel. Maybe it's that. I don't know. So best Montreal Greek takeout, Poseidon.
Best Montreal Greek takeout?
Like right now? You mean during quarantine, Abby?
Or you mean in general?
Because right now in quarantine, Elatos is doing pretty good.
Elatos is killing it.
Yeah, they're doing pretty good. But without quarantine, when it's open, I would have said Vogas.
Yeah. Bro, if you want, the only thing is there's no gyro. That's it.
Yeah, but I don't mind. I like everything they have.
No. Because it's you can tell it's healthy. Like, I wouldn't trust Elatos'
I like that because you can tell it's healthy. All these other fucking stores, bro, there's uranium. There's enriched uranium in the pita. They're not fooling me. Fucking psycho.
I am a bit of a psychopath.
I guess, shit, man. I've been avoiding takeout. It's like once every whenever, just to shake things up. But I keep buying stuff just to cook at home. I don't want to.
Yeah, I think that's the best thing. Also, I feel like I've been losing some weight. Some of my shirts are looser.
I have no idea if I'm losing weight or not. I have no fucking idea anymore.
I have no idea. All I can see is that some of my shirts fit nicer. That's all I can see. Also, I have a theory. What I used to do was, remember when McDonald's had the $1 coffees and not $1 anymore? They had them for like a lot of months. I think it was an attack on Tim Hortons.
Yeah.
What I would do was, let's say I would forget to bring lunch at work. I'd be like, oh, what am I going to eat today? So I'd go for coffee through the drive-thru and I'd be like, fuck it, I'll get 2 McDoubles.
Oh, shit.
Just this once. So what would happen a lot is I'd have
a lot of weight.
6 McDoubles through the week.
Oh, my God.
So I think I was starting to gain weight again. So ever since I've stopped now for a month, that extra weight I had been putting on had kind of like went back.
Yeah, because that shit'll kill you.
Yeah.
I have no idea because my shirts are fitting better, but at the same time, I feel like a fat piece of shit. So I don't know what's really going on. Because I started walking 1 hour a day outside every day. I go at night normally. Yesterday I went in the day a bit. Just so that, first of all, I don't get too used to just being inside the whole time. But
that, by the way, just the walking works wonders on your body. That 1 hour.
I don't know if that's amazing. True. I need to get back to the gym, but they won't let me.
No.
You know what I think they won't let me? I think I'm too cool for the gym. I think I'm too cool for the gym. That's what I think it is, Poseidon. And I'm probably losing. Yeah, Gary says that you're probably losing muscle mass. Definitely. I'm gonna become I'm gonna become skinny fat, which is just fat.
That's funny.
I don't know. I don't know if I've been losing weight, but I do. I still work out a bit, like 2-3 times a day, but 2-3 times a week at home. I put my mat down and I do exercise by myself. Do some push-ups, sit-ups, some just sits, which is just me sitting, contemplating. I do a lot of the sits.
I'll do shadow boxing.
Yeah, you've been fighting with your shadows. You've been fighting with skeletons in your closet. You fight with all the darkness.
Yes.
Insanity Max 30 is great, Giggity says. I don't like. Here's the thing though. Like, I'm in all the time now. I'm getting fed up. I don't think I have it in me to do something crazy like that. I'm gonna get fucking annoyed.
No, I'd rather just go out and walk. Or jog, like a light jog.
You're not doing any light jogs. What are you talking about? You haven't done a light jog since fucking 1967. What are you?
Since even before I was born.
I like doing light jogs. You ever light jog? No. I would like doing them. I'm not gonna do that shit. Pretty crazy. What do I look like? Half a fag? I'm not gonna go out running. What am I running from? Not scared of anything. Gapes is reminding you guys that Dark Side of the Ring is an amazing series on Crave if you do like wrestling. That is true. If you're a wrestling fan, Dark Side of the Ring is a good series on Crave. And Chris Jericho, I don't know if he was in the first season, but the second season, he's the narrator. Chris Jericho, a guy that we like. But also, where the real heat is at, Poseidon, you know where it's at? It's on Patreon. It's on patreon.com/Pantelis. Sign up now. We're giving away all kinds of shirts. Speaking of which, we're going to send out more shirts this week, Poseidon. So you're going to have to come over.
Yes. Let me know.
Pick up the shirts and take my credit card. And then run away with it. There's a limit on my credit card, so don't fuck around. The limit's mostly there so that I don't find you in Mexico.
I'm just fucking...
Oh, he did. He dropped off the packages. He also got a plane ticket. He's out. He's gone. No, so yeah.
What did I want to say? Speaking of rings,
yeah.
You know which movies I rewatched?
Lord of the Rings.
Yes.
Disgusting. I can't go back to watching that.
Bro, you know what though?
It's too long.
Hold on.
And nothing's happening in these movies. That's why you're tired. That's why, Poseidon, you're not walking, because you're watching people walk for 3 hours. That's all the movie is. The
first one is a lot of walking.
6 midgets walking with their grandfather. That's all it is.
No, but what I'm trying to say is, I get it. There's a lot of walking, but quality-wise, those movies have aged really well.
Yeah, they definitely put money into them. They were good movies.
But even because there's a lot more CGI in the Hobbit movies than there are in the Lord of the Rings movies. But even the orcs, it's actual people. It's not just CGI. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I've already said this. I prefer practical effects.
Yeah.
What I'm just saying is that nothing happens. Because I remember when we first saw it, it was me and Dano at the theaters. We went to Côte des Neiges. When it first came out, we were excited because of all the hype. I didn't know anything about the Côte des Neiges. I didn't know anything about Cineplex Côte des Neiges, bro.
No, but which movie are you talking about?
Lord of the Rings.
Oh, okay.
Why would I switch? We're talking about Lord of the Rings. Why would I continue the conversation about another one? No, the Hobbit. The Hobbit's a new movie, bro. Why would I be going to to a ghetto ass mall if I wasn't a child? So
you're right. Okay, sorry, keep going.
Yeah, so we had seen the first one and we were excited because of all the hype, but we never read the books. We didn't know what it was about. You know, we thought it was like a fantastical thing, and we fell asleep in the movie. I remember, and Dano fell asleep for the longest because I had to wake him up when it was over and it was like a battle thing or whatever. And he's like, "What the fuck was that?" He goes, "Bro, I fell asleep, not even on purpose," because it was a lot of, and it happens with video games too. It's a lot of walking. Final Fantasy, I think 12 or 13 had the same problem. It's a lot of walking. It's a lot of let me get to a place, but nothing really happening. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you get bored because I think I get excited. I'm like, all right, something's gonna happen. Something's gonna happen. Something's gonna happen, and it doesn't fucking happen.
I used to have the same problem with World of Warcraft.
The movie?
No, the game.
Is that the online game?
The online game, okay. Yeah. There was so much grinding and walking that I would get so tired when something was actually happening. I was half asleep doing it. I was like, if it was late at night. It's
too much. It's too much. And then that's how people made fun of it. They called it like a Lord of the Rings, just a walking simulator. And it makes sense. I remember Final Fantasy 13. That's what happened to me. I was like, what is it? Have I been fucking playing a game where I'm just fucking holding up for an hour and a half? What am I doing with my life? Yeah.
The letter W is faded on the
But computer. I had rented it for free, I remember, Final Fantasy 13. Because I worked at EA. Downstairs, you could obviously buy games cheaper, EA games. Mm-hmm. But you also had a library of games like a library you could rent.
Oh.
And then bring them back, yeah. So I rented that game, and I was very disappointed. It was a long hallway.
You know what I miss? Blockbuster, bro.
I liked... my favorite... I was talking about this yesterday. I said that stuff I used to look forward to was going to the movies. I used to love going to the movies. And going to the video store.
Man.
I would spend hours at the video store. I would spend like 2 hours at the video store.
Bro, my mother hated bringing me there because she wouldn't be able to get me out.
Your mother hated you. So wait, hold on. I have to be in the car with you for 20 minutes. Are you fucking crazy? I want to look cool, kid. She hated because she wanted to leave and you were just there.
First of all, I wanted to buy everything. all the candy, all the chips.
You were annoying. No, I wasn't like that. Me, I was just very curious. I wanted to always rent the perfect movie.
Okay.
You know, so I was like, oh, what's this? What's this? And I was always, I used to be so fascinated by movies. And I used to love it. It used to be, for me, it was heaven. Because it had everything I liked in there. Movies, video games, you know. I loved it. I loved, I think that's where my love of movies came from, was hanging out at the video store.
That makes sense.
Yeah, and I used to, and then I remember at Videotron on Wilderton, I remember at a time they used to know me because I used to be there all the time. People in there, I remember Friday nights, would ask me for opinions, and I was a kid too. I was in high school. Have you seen this? I was like, I've seen this. This I haven't. Oh, this is good. This is why you should rent this. This is why. Because I used to always learn from people older than me, like Harry or what. You know, it's the gym. So I would learn a lot about like what good movies were. But my generation, it happened right before us, so they didn't know these movies. You know, or like Silence of the Lambs, you know, and all that. So then I would learn about these movies before my friends, and I'd be like, oh fuck, it is a good movie. Or it's a scary movie. It's a this, to that. And I used to love it. It was always fascinating to me. Yeah. Let's see.
Yeah, I enjoyed the video store.
Lord said barely got arrested this morning trying to catch Pokemon in the park. Lord Fixie was playing Pokemon Go in the park. And wait, what did they say? They said, "Sir, you're putting people in danger." You're like, "Bro, I got a Bulbasaur. Are you fucking kidding me?" No one's in danger, bro. I'll rescue you. Don't worry.
That's funny.
You can't open a Blockbuster franchise anymore, but you can license the brand and logo. Oh, that's interesting. License it for something. That's fair. But yeah, you can't. I mean, you can't open a Blockbuster. You could open a video store, I guess, but there's no money in it anymore.
Yeah.
Everything's digital because of the convenience factor. Even video games now. The video games that I was talking to you, like let's say Final Fantasy 7, all that. I got it online. I just bought it off the PlayStation Store. Just downloaded. I'm not gonna go out during this time and buy stuff.
Yeah, everything's gotten so easy. Even if you want to buy something for the house, like I was looking at some cool, like I want to buy stuff to decorate the apartment.
Yeah, severed heads.
What?
Go on.
What did you say? Heads?
No, I didn't say anything.
No, I want to get skull heads, like a cow skull.
Look at that! Look at that! I wasn't far off. All right.
Yeah. And bro, it's great. Like, you just want to order it. Like you just go instead of getting out, and it's all so like easy, instant.
All right, severed heads on your walls. That's fine. That's it's, you know what it is? It's romantic. You're like, baby, I would kill for you. You see that water buffalo? Yeah, he was talking a lot of shit. I didn't allow it to go on for much longer.
Also, I want to get kind of like I want to get like a faux fur carpet that's a bear.
Yeah, I heard about that. You think that you're a fucking porno shop owner in 1973. So let's see what they're saying here in the chat. Growing up in Belgium, Gary says, I had a neighborhood comic book store next to a video store. Oh, that's amazing. It was great. It was like a Kevin Smith movie. Yeah, I used to love the comic book store too. But I mean, I had one comic book store that I would go more than others. And then I found out as I got older that it was actually a shitty place with shitty people. But I didn't know when I was a kid because it was the only one that I had. And then I found other comic book stores as I got older. But I used to love the comic book store too. Actually, you know what's funny is the first, which is weird, the first time I ever saw the game being played, Final Fantasy 7 back in the day when it came out, was at the comic book store on Van Horn Connection MD. It was right in front of the Stanislas, the high school. And they had cards at the time and comic books. And they used to have like the PS1 and you could play it. I had a PS1, so I didn't like go there to pay to play it, but you could pay like $2 for like a half hour or something. So kids would pay money and then play. So that's where I first saw it play. And you know what was in my head thinking, I remember, I was like, why would you pay? Like, that's a long game. Like, how much are you paying to beat like 100-hour game? You know, I always had questions. I never asked. I should have asked. Probably maybe kids play together or they save the game there and then you continue next week. I don't know how the fuck it worked. But I remember you could pay like $2 for a half hour or something like that.
Well, average out what, $2 half an hour, so $4 for every hour. It's a 100-hour game, so $400.
Yeah, throughout the time, or they would.
Might as well just buy it.
Yeah, but it was for kids. You would go, you know, you'd go in. It's to pass the time, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
You each put in $2. You stay there for an hour, something like that. You know, it's kind of like an arcade type of scenario. And I remember there was a bar, and I only went to it once, and I don't
Reminded me of something.
It was during. I'm going to tell you right now, I think it was 1998. Poseidon, can you look this up? Was the World Cup France-Brazil, was that 1998? If it was, then it was 1998, bro. How old was I? I wasn't even in high school yet in 1998.
Yeah, it was 1998.
So there was a bar.
Hold on. France won the match 3-0.
Yeah, okay. It was in 98. So there was a bar. It was during that time. There was a bar. I remember it was the summer. On Van Horn. It was right near Plamondon Metro. You know Plamondon Metro? Now it's like a Filipino area. So it had a bar, but then it was huge. It was like high ceilings. It was kind of like, imagine if a bar. Oh, like how I guess how like the Sharky's Laval is like all those places. You know where it's very big and wide.
Yeah.
So it's like that. It was big inside and wide, but very dark. But there was a bar area in the front, and it had. I remember they had a huge. I guess it was a projection. They were launching it, but they were watching the World Cup. Big. It wasn't like a screen. It wasn't like a TV screen like we have now. So I think it was a projector, if I remember correctly. You know, you were a kid.
It was like a white wall type of thing.
Yeah, it was like a white wall type of thing. I remember they were watching because it looked a bit grainy. But I remember in the back you go and there was younger kids, young people that weren't 18, and it was the same concept. It was video game consoles that were around at the time, and you could pay money and you pick the game that you want, and then they put it in. You could play the game. So it was like a really cool concept. It was like a really. I remember that I went once. It was during the World Cup. I remember, and it was. I remember the final. I remember it was during the final, and yeah. So I remember that it just popped in my head.
Yeah, you reminded me of something like a deep memory I have. Do you remember in the McDonald's, the play area, they had the Nintendo 64 games and the GameCube?
No, you're younger than me. When the 64 was out, I wasn't in McDonald's play areas.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, bro.
To me, that sounds like a pedophile.
No. They had these kind of like stations,
Yeah.
and they were they were in the play area on the side, and they had 4 sides, and you can play either an individual game. There was I think you were able to play Super Mario World, and you were able to play some other games. You were able to play, I think, fighting games also, and you could play with 4 players, or you could play a solo, or you could play with 2 players.
Yeah, I think you just remembered a video game related story, but it's got nothing to do with what I was saying. That's a McDonald's playpen for kid that has video games for kids.
Yeah.
I was talking about a bar with people smoking, drinking, and there was children playing video games in the back. And then you said that made you remember your hardcore youth when you went to a McDonald's play area. They were playing N64. Those are not the same thing, bro.
I was selling cigarettes and alcohol.
Yeah, they had kiosks everywhere. They had kiosks at Best Buy. It's not the same thing. I'm talking about places where you don't think that would happen. Like, I don't think if...
I see what you mean.
Because there's a sketchy Filipino like bar or something. That's why it was happening. But you can't have... Like, think about it now. You can't have a bar where people are drinking and smoking, first of all, inside. People are still smoking inside. You know? And have kids in the same area.
Crazy times.
Playing. And all the kids, they weren't kids. I think I was the youngest at the time. And I must have been 11, 12. I don't remember. Everyone else was like 15, 16 years old. They were like real teenagers. Also, a thing I just remembered, which is fucking crazy to me, is my bike. I would leave my bike outside, no lock. Just on the side, down on the floor, and go in for like an hour, whatever, hang out, go out, my bike was still there. That's crazy to me.
Yeah, that no longer happens.
Even then it shouldn't have happened. Fuck. Yeah.
What do you think that is that bicycle theft went up over the years?
What do you mean? It hasn't. It's always been. What do you mean bicycle theft went up? What are you talking about?
Well, like, you were able to do that back in the days, but now you can't do that anymore. You can't just leave your bicycle.
What I'm telling you is, like, oh, look, I shouldn't have been able to do that back in the day because people would steal bikes back in the day. You made up a statistic that I never said.
I thought that's what you meant.
No. What I'm saying, because then it wouldn't be a problem. What I'm saying is my bike should have gotten stolen. It was in a shitty neighborhood. Bikes were getting stolen all the time. It didn't get stolen.
Maybe it seemed too easy.
Maybe.
Because when something seems too easy, it's like, I feel like that's a trap.
Yeah, no, bikes get stolen all the time. Giggity says, do they steal adult bikes? Yeah, those are, I think mostly you're going to see adult bikes get stolen. I remember there's a friend of mine who got, years ago, this is a funny story. He got arrested. There was a nice, because bikes, you know that bikes are very expensive. Like, there's some bikes that are like over $1,000.
Oh, yeah.
There's expensive bikes. And he saw one locked somewhere. I don't remember if it was TMR. I remember the fuck it was. But he saw one locked somewhere, and it was an expensive fucking bike. It was one of those custom, you know what they like these. Okay. So he went at night to steal it, right? But he had his bike. He went there with his bike.
Oh, no.
So I think he had to get rid of a wheel. I don't remember how the fuck he stole it. But in order to get back home, he had to carry the new bike while being on his old bike. And the cop stopped him.
Oh, how did he explain that one?
That's why he got in trouble.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Yeah, because I think he was missing a wheel. I don't remember how the fuck he did it, but I remember he had to ride his bike. It wasn't a well thought out plan. And but the only thing you could have done is double ride with someone, and then you each take one of the bikes.
Yeah.
It's the only, if you're not, but I think he had to get rid of their tire or something like that happened. But I remember he got caught and he got in a lot of trouble.
That's like showing up alone with your own car to rob another car.
Yeah. Something like that, yeah. And then you're driving with the door open, like, what do you, just put a brick on the other one, yeah. So, yeah.
Oh, no, you put it in neutral, you started, and then you attached. Imagine getting pulled over like that.
Fuck, bro. Thinking about that now, that's fucking ridiculous. Just.
And when you brake, what do? You just let it rear end you?
I don't know. It doesn't make. No, you wouldn't do it with a car, Poseidon. That's never going to happen. But it's just crazy. There was that, and I remember hockey nets a lot. Hockey nets is like, oh, we need a net to play. And then someone's like, oh, don't worry, we'll have one tomorrow. And then in the middle of the night, they'd go to TMR. They'd go to like people's houses because it was TMR. It was a safe neighborhood. So they would just leave them in their fucking, right in the front, in their yards and right in front of the garage. And they would just take them and bring them back to Park X. And then the next day, I remember, we'd be playing and there'd be nets there. Be like, oh shit, we got new nets. And like, yeah, we got a new net.
That reminds me of why Legacy used to get so mad at me when I'd forget his net outside in the lane.
Especially in Park X, your net disappears. I gotta leave shit in the lane. And then, so when you think about it, because we would get mad. Remember, it was a whole thing because of the fence they wanted to put up. Yeah. They didn't like, and then it's like, oh, it's because they don't like people from Park X going and trick or treating on Halloween. That wasn't the reason. The reason is they didn't like getting robbed. They didn't like getting robbed every other day, and they didn't like the day before Halloween getting egged. That's what I think the big problem was. But it's funny how the media focused, like, they just don't want the poor kids going over there and trick-or-treating. I don't think that was the issue. I'm pretty sure they're like, but they keep stealing our nets. Why don't you want to give kids candy? No, that's not, no one's arguing about the candy. Do you remember that, Poseidon?
I remember that. I was very young, though.
It was, that used to be the biggest thing.
Oh,
used to be the biggest thing was those like the media talking about how they hated the Park Xers. But now when you look back, you're like, yeah, they kept getting robbed, dude. After a while of getting robbed, wouldn't you want the fence to work?
Yeah. It doesn't seem so bad now, Wall.
See, I've seen shady looking twackers in a bike-on-bike situation. Yeah, I'm telling you, Tim, it's probably still happens. They just steal it better. Then we got Rick Tom. Pantelis looks like gay. Not even like a gay. or just gay. He had
the embodiment of gay.
Yeah. This guy, he's so turned on right now that he fucking missed everything. That's amazing. So, Rick, Tom, don't you worry about it, bro. You can, you got over an hour of this footage you could jerk off to later. So you're set up for the night, bud.
And here, just for you.
Let's see. And he just went straight. Tom just went straight. He's like, oh, shit. Fuck. Now he has a hard choice. From sucking his dad's dick, he's going to start fucking his mother. So now you made it really hard for Rick Tom. God damn. We're good. Yeah, holy fucking... Yeah, you've never seen... If you want to see the pepperoni nipples in action, Poseidon, do you remember your video, the one that got us in trouble with YouTube when we took Childish Gambino's song?
Oh, yes.
This Is America.
Yeah, you can see my nipples in all their glory.
It was on this just thing. Yeah, we got to find which episode that was. But I remember it was that was the one that really got us in trouble with YouTube at the time, which was fucked up because we were not even making fun of Childish Gambino. We were making fun of Nicole Arbor, I think it was.
I think so, yeah.
Who came up with, she made a parody of that, and then we made fun of her. And then it was fucking so, I was like, what are you talking about? She could make a parody, we can't. And our parody was better. We had fucking Poseidon half naked with his tits out dancing. Remember that? Oh, yeah, because she was good.
That actually took some choreography. You remember that?
Yeah.
It took some effort.
Yeah, but it was fun. It was a nice little thing that we did last minute.
I had a lot of fun.
If you knew how last minute the production was on this just thing, and what we're able to come up with, it's pretty fucking incredible. It's pretty fucking amazing. No shit, you got in trouble for that video. Yeah, it was like, Jesus Christ, was this a Pizza Hut commercial? There's a lot of pepperoni in this fucking video. Is Pizza Hut running ads on This Just thing? By the way, so Phil wants to start doing This Just thing via the internet. I don't want to do it via the internet. I think This Just thing won't work the same.
I feel like it's gonna lose. It's gonna lose its sauce.
It is gonna lose its sauce. We'll have to go in at some point. No. You know, it's summer in Montreal when a crackhead offers you a clearly stolen bike for $20. and you get out of a bar at night. Yeah, dude, the best here in the summer, I don't know how it's gonna be now, but is when you get out of bars at night and there's crackheads offering you stuff. Back in the day, it used to be Xboxes. They used to come. Do you remember Park X when they would stop with they would have vans and shit, and they'd be like, "Hey, bro, you want some speakers?" Do you remember this shit? People would have vans normally, little trucks like rented ones, and in the back they would have. Sometimes they'd fuck with you, it would just be the box or something, so you had to be careful. But they would have legit stuff that was obviously stolen, Xboxes. I remember an Xbox for fucking $30, but I didn't have $30. I was young. Yeah. So if they're selling something that's $150 at the time, let's say you could sell it for easily at a pawn shop, and you're selling it for $30, you know it's stolen. You know it's a crackhead trying to get rid of it.
It reminded me of something. Yesterday when I was driving down Park Avenue, there was an Inuit. Bro, this guy, I don't know if he was drunk, high, God knows what.
Yeah.
And it actually pissed me off, bro, because he touched my car.
What do you mean?
I didn't give him any change, and he put as I drove off, he put his hand on my windows, and it went his hand. I think he got hurt, but I don't even think he noticed. And I was
he was trying to touch your car.
He touched it.
What do you mean he touched it?
He touched my car as I was driving away because I didn't give him any change.
Oh, like I wanted. He went like a fuck you type of touch.
No, he put his. He did this, and as I drove off, it did.
Okay, so he didn't want to touch it. You drove into his hand.
No. It seemed like he did it intentionally, because first he's looking at me and he does, and then I didn't react, and as I drive off, then he put his hand.
Well, that's interesting.
You know, but I wanted to get out. I wanted to beat the shit out of him, but I'm like, he's in the street.
I want to take him out for a nice seafood dinner. I wanted to let him know it doesn't have to be this way, bro. I put out.
Yeah.
Yeah, why didn't you give him some change?
I didn't have.
Oh. Did you tell him I don't have change?
Huh?
Did you tell him I didn't have change?
Like, I don't have. Sorry, man.
Oh, that's what you said?
Yeah.
I don't believe you. I feel like you said nothing. Oh, yeah, the sunroof. So you yelled into the sun. You're lying. You said nothing. I could tell from your lying face. Look at you.
Right. I said nothing, but I said I don't have. I did this. I didn't say it, but I did.
Nah, bro. Nah, your lies do not work on us. You just drove into a guy. You're like, oh, he's coming close. Yeah. You know how easy it is to just be like, sorry, I don't have. And then they walk away. You don't have to drive into a person. Away.
I had to.
Yeah, because you didn't tell him anything.
I have a witness.
Who? Your girlfriend. Bro, you think I'm going to trust her? The person who said, viruses don't scare me. It's cool. I'm going to travel to your house. I'm not going to trust her. Are you crazy? I have a witness. The least credible witness. She was next to me. She doesn't really speak English, but she can attest to what I said. Get out of here, bro. I don't trust you. Let's see. Kodak says, not as bad as when he drove into some kid and then hit the mom after. Oh, yeah, I was there for that. Yeah. That was in front of next doors. Yeah, and I have witnesses.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
I have real witnesses to that. We had to yell at you and stop you. And she even the best is they were smacking the back of your car and you still didn't fucking stop. You ran into her. Yeah.
Oh, you know what happened a long time ago when I used to drive, before I bought my car, I think I must have been 18 or 19. I was driving my mom's car. And instead of putting the car into park, I left it in reverse. And it almost killed a whole Pakistani family. I had to run into the car and like jump like action movie style into the car and stop it.
What do you mean? You stopped the car and you thought it was in park?
Yeah, I thought it was in park, and it was in reverse.
And you just got out.
I just got out, but the car kept reversing, and then this lady just started screaming.
The car kept reversing, like when you were getting out, right? When you opened the door.
Yeah.
When you're putting your foot out, the car was moving. You didn't care. You actually physically got fully out of the car. You didn't get out, but I know how fast you are. You did not.
Well, I was angry at my mother. She was pissing me off.
What?
She told me so. I was angry at my mother. I brought my mother to the grocery store. I went with her.
Okay.
I think I must have been 18, 19 because it was with her Honda Civic. And she was pissing me off, and I got out of the car very
Why was
fast.
she pissing you off? She's like, you will not get any Dunkaroos. Give me the fucking Dunkaroos.
Maybe it was Pop-Tarts. I don't remember. And then I panicked because I saw the family was there. And
Poseidon, they don't sell dildos at the grocery store. What do you mean they don't sell dildos at the grocery store?
And and I had to run back into the car and stop it.
Jesus
And I was
Christ.
getting all kinds of dirty looks from everyone. And my mother was calling me a piece of shit. You almost killed the family.
Yeah,
I was
no,
like,
no.
it was your fault.
Oh, you said it was their fault.
I said, no, I said it was my mother's fault because she pissed me off.
And then what did she say?
Had she not pissed me off, I would have probably put the car in park.
She turned around and looked at him. She's like, it's not my fault. I wanted to take it in the ass, but no.
No, then she told
My
me...
husband was a purist.
She told me it's my fault because I shouldn't let her get to me so much.
Your mom said that?
Yeah.
That's funny. That's a good one. Listen, it's really your fault because you're such a pussy. What? What? Hey, you get your feelings hurt because you're a pussy. You're making me angry right now. Yeah, because you're a pussy. You're just proving my point. It's driving you fucking crazy.
That'll make a good fucking scene, actually.
Yeah, it's just driving you insane. You're like, what? Yeah,
Oh,
Flat
God.
Cat just said there's nothing her kids could do that'll make her call them a piece of shit. Poseidon didn't need to do much. Poseidon just needed to exist, and he got berated.
Well, bro, look, to be fair, I kind of did destroy the lady coming out.
Yeah, you came out with a kitchen knife.
Bro, I was so heavy, bro, that, bro, my two other brothers walked out.
Wait, so you weren't a C-section baby?
No. I think I was 11 pounds.
God damn, your mom was a flexible lady. God damn, you were
And I think I was 11 pounds, and my
a
brothers came out
literal
normal,
watermelon came out. Yeah, your brothers danced out after you.
Yeah. Both my brothers came out 7 pounds, and she refused to
Bro,
take...
your brothers came out together, arm in arm. One of your brothers went in to get the other one. That's what happened. After you got through with that woman,
And she refused
a
to take
doctor
that.
walked in there to make sure what's going on in here. God damn.
She refused to take the epidural
Yeah.
because there was a needle like this big, apparently.
Yeah, they're very scary.
And she was like, no, I could do it. I'm a strong woman. And after me, she was like, the doctor hadn't even finished asking if she wanted the needle. She was like, yeah, give me the needle. I want the needle. Like, that's how bad it was.
Yeah, no
So I don't
shit.
blame her.
So you think she held a grudge her whole life?
I think so. I came into this world destroying, bro.
God damn, that's terrible.
Poor woman, if you think about it.
I don't know, man. Both of you're both. It's just disgusting.
Like, apparently I was a very long birth also.
Yeah, I could
It took a
imagine.
lot of time.
The doctor's like, "Fuck, put him back in." She's like, "No, get him out of me. No, we can't have this, ma'am. We're trying to have a society here. You really want this kid out? I have no choice." He's like, "Fuck, do I kill him and her? I don't know what to do." Can we say that we accidentally put the epidural in her neck? Can we do this?
Jesus Christ.
And then you show up, like, we made a big mistake, bro. Put him back in. Yeah, your mother definitely has the best insults against you.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a hateful lady.
No, she finds it funny. She asked me the other day. She goes, "Do you guys talk about some of the stupid shit I tell you? You should, because it's very funny." She goes, I go,
Oh yeah, they know, Mom. There's an entire show based around me getting attacked by my mother.
Yeah, and I told her I told her when we talk about her calling me unfuckable.
Yeah, that's the best one. You're
And
unfuckable.
she started dying of laughter. She was like, and I go, what do you have to say about that? She goes, good. They should all know.
They should all know you're unfuckable. Has she met your girlfriend?
No, not yet.
Does she know about her?
Yeah.
So she knows there's a woman living in your house. Has she said, "Ew, you're unfuckable"? Has she said anything like that? Like, how can this woman do that? Is she talking shit already or no?
No, she's like, finally you got a fucking girlfriend.
Is that what she said?
I thought you were gay.
Okay, you see, that's where you should have fucked with her. You should have been like, "Whoa, girlfriend." I never said she was a girl.
I should have.
Yeah. And then she's like, "What?" You're like, "Listen, we're living in we're gonna be in post-corona time soon. You gotta get with it, Mom." All right? You made this. I'll call you right back after I'm done blowing this dude.
Oh God.
That's what you should have done.
Well, she wants to meet her, and I keep telling her no.
What do you mean?
But
No?
I'm like, I don't wanna, because my mother's a psychopath, bro. I don't wanna put my girlfriend through that, bro. Poor girl.
What are you talking about? She's living with you. She's been through enough. Like,
But my mother's worse than me, bro.
yeah, but she gets the gist of it.
Yeah, I guess.
Like, I don't want to put her through that. You shit your pants for money on camera, and she knows, and she's cool with it. She's gonna be fine meeting your mom, bro. Now your
Probably.
dad is another story.
Oh
altogether.
no way in hell, no way in hell, bro.
Let me ask you: you are whore? Excuse me.
No, bro. You know what? He's probably gonna turn around and be like, "But she's not Greek."
Yeah.
Something
exactly.
like that. Oh man, you reminded me of something. I don't know why I never said this on the podcast, but my dad, a few months ago, he called me up one day. He goes, and I wasn't answering. He goes, "It's very important. It's very important. It's life or death."
Okay.
And I was like,
told me
"What?
this, I
What the
think.
fuck? What's going on?" I think it must have been. I think it was like 9 a.m. or 10 a.m. No, actually, I think it was a year ago. I was still living at my mom's place, and I call him up. I go, "What's wrong? What's wrong?" He goes, "Look, me, I'm willing to do everything for you guys, everything, but you have to promise me one thing. All I need from you
Oh,
is
you
that
already told us
marry
this. Yeah, you told us this on
I
Two
did?
Drink Minimum. Yeah.
Yeah,
All I need is that you marry a Greek.
yeah, a Greek broad.
Does it matter what his name is, Dad?
Okay, he goes, if it's not Greek, Italian. That's the most I'm willing to. He goes,
That's a very
the
interesting
closest thing to Greek. He goes,
guy. So stupid. So basically, your inheritance of a Hummer and a trunk filled with like fucking wax paper is in jeopardy right now. Right?
yeah, basically.
All that bubble wrap that he has stored for you, you're not gonna get.
I'm gonna mess with him though. That's my father. I'm gonna mess with.
Tell him you got married.
I'm gonna tell him it's a black man or something. I don't know, something crazy.
He's not gonna, ever since what happened with your brothers, he's not gonna believe that.
Oh, do you remember that? That was funny.
Yeah, well,
Did we talk about that?
we talked about that, I think, on Two Trick Minimum. That was
Yeah, I
crazy
think
when
so.
he thought that he got gang raped
Yeah.
and he wanted to kill people.
Speaking of my brother, I want to beat the shit out of this kid.
Yeah, that's a regular occurrence with you. What do you do this time?
So he's been having stomach aches for the past 3 weeks, and he lost 20 pounds in 3 weeks, which is not like him because he's been eating junk.
Yeah,
Okay.
already this does not sound good.
The middle one. So my stomach's hurting. This, that, no.
He might have Crohn's disease. It's very dangerous, serious.
So on the right side, it's been hurting, and the right side you can have
Appendicitis or
yeah, there you go.
kidneys
The
or-
thing
yeah.
that blows up and it can kill you.
Yeah,
and you have to
he's
get up.
got to go in the hospital. Yeah.
So bro, he went to the hospital. I think a total of 3 times.
What they tell him?
First time they did like a ultrasound, found nothing. Second time, X-ray, found nothing. Third time was now. He stayed at the hospital 3 days, bro, and the kid had to do a colonoscopy.
Okay, that's normal.
Bro, and then you know what it was? All it was IBS. I go, what the fuck is IBS? It was
Irritable bowel
bowel syndrome.
Yeah.
And they told me all I have to do is just watch what I eat. Bro, this kid was acting like he was getting tortured.
Yeah, but I never had that shit. You never had that shit. What if it hurts? I don't know if that shit hurts.
No, apparently they told him it's not that bad. He just has to be careful what to eat. That's it. And to go easy on the sushi because apparently the sushi caused it.
Oh, he's
'Cause-
being.
Yeah, because it's raw meat.
So if
So
your
go, yeah.
stomach hurts, and you keep eating the same food, you're not going to stop at a certain point. That's what I don't get.
Well, that's why I want to beat the shit out of him. Also, this kid went through a colonoscopy, bro, and 3 days in the hospital for a fucking tummy ache just because he ate too much sushi.
Stop calling it a tummy ache. Apparently, it hurts.
He's a bit of a pussy, also, and the middle brother. So
Yeah, no, they're all pussies. What I'm saying is, I don't know if this shit hurts or not.
no, it does probably hurt, but not to the level that he said.
Let's see. Codex says that it hurts like fuck.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Never mind.
He says it's not dangerous, but Giggity says not dangerous doesn't not painful. Oh, Giggity says just because it's not dangerous doesn't mean it's not painful.
No. Yeah. Well, no, I'm not doubting that it's painful, but not the. I feel like my brother overinflated the pain.
I
He was
don't
acting
think
like
so.
he was going
According to
through
the
a
chat,
pregnancy.
he did not. According to the chat, it hurts, bro. You should, instead of being angry that your brother was complaining about something that's real, you should be thankful that it was just he had the shits.
I am thankful. I am thankful. I thought it was, honestly, I thought it was a lot worse. I thought it was like a fucking tapeworm or something.
No, Kodak says it's even worse than ulcers most of the time, and ulcers apparently really hurt.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Okay, I didn't know that.
You know what I learned about ulcers? Dumb and Dumber. Remember one of the bad guys that was chasing him? He kept having to take pills.
I haven't watched that movie.
Yeah, because he was getting stressed out or something. Anyways, so Poseidon,
Yes.
before we send everybody on their merry way and they could close off the weekend in style tonight, relax, and then start another week of prison in their own homes and in their heads for the ones that aren't working right now, let's remind them, Poseidon, that they're going to find you on Instagram and on Twitter. Your handle is theposeidon69. Am I correct?
Absolutely.
They can also go to panteliscomedy.com to find out all the wacky stuff I'm doing. There's links to all my social media. There's links to videos. This YouTube channel hosts a lot of stuff now, so enjoy them. And if you want stuff exclusively early, if you want stuff that doesn't come out anywhere else, like the bonus episodes, Poseidon's live streams, you have to go to patreon.com/Pantelis, and the giveaways don't stop. So I saw that there was a tweet earlier by Tara. She has her shirt she was showing off, her 2 Drink Minimum shirt, so I retweeted that just now. So yeah, we're giving away shirts. We're just having a good time on the Patreon. It's getting bigger and bigger. We've got a lot of plans. As you can see, we're making new shows. The morning show is going to take place again next Saturday on this channel, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Right, Poseidon? Is that it?
Yes.
So Eastern Standard Time, 10 a.m. Poseidon's going to be awake for this one. We're going to continue watching our Degrassi Marathon towards the end. We're going to get the news from George in the beginning. So that's pretty much the gist of everything. Poseidon, is there anything that we forgot to tell people? You're thinking?
Be safe.
Right?
And we love y'all.
None of that is true, though, Poseidon. Where are they going to find 2 Drink Minimum this week, Poseidon?
Yes. Every, Tuesday at 2 or 4 p.m. on the YouTubes.
Right, very good. And then what happens if they don't catch it live?
Comes out on Wednesday.
Where?
On YouTube also.
You're making this way harder than it has to be, Poseidon.
Sorry. Okay. Comes out on YouTube on the 2 Drink Minimum page on Wednesday at noon.
Okay. So that is all. Thank you guys for checking it out. Panteliscomedy.com, patreon.com/Pantelis. 2 Drink Minimum is up everywhere. And if you speak French, head over to Mike Ward's website, mikeward.ca. Head over to patreon.com/Sous-Écoute to check out Mike's French language podcast, Sous-Écoute, which is the #1 French language podcast on the planet. And I got my notification earlier. I believe there's new stuff coming there as of tomorrow on Sous-Écoute. So check that out. And thank you all very much. Poseidon, go fuck yourself.
Ooh.